Hey everyone, this podcast is sponsored by In-House Media. In-House Media is currently offering premier services for all of their clients. From web development to LLCs and trademarks to radio advertisements and even producing fresh new podcasts and more. The difference between In-House Media and the other local web development competitors is with In-House Media, you actually own all the media that's developed for you. Don't get your head caught in the corporate cluster and work with someone local right here in Genesee County, a family-owned business who gives you the opportunity to own all of your trademarks, websites, and more. Visit them online now at inhousemediaofficial.com and use the promo code BurtonBeat to receive 25% off your first service with In-House Media. Hey guys, welcome to the Burton Beat. This is our interview portion where we interview local artists, musicians. We are at the New Paths location in Flint, Michigan. I am your host, Jeff Evans. I've got my co-host here, Lord Collin. Unfortunately, we're missing Travis. Oh, why don't you have a seat over there, Woolrich? He is under the weather right now, so he's trying his best. He's trying to get recovery. We might start a GoFundMe for him. I'm not entirely sure what we're going to do yet, but we're hoping for him, pulling through for him. And then we have our guest today, Mr. Gozza, here.
Yes.
Now, Gozza, can you tell us a little bit about the music that you make?
I'm basically a classic hip-hop artist. Came up out in the 90s, so a lot of my music has that kind of influence on it, the 90s era, golden era, a lot of people like to call it. Where it's like hard boom bap, drums, strong vocals and lyrics, concepts, like I felt like we were an era of MCs that like tried to go over your head, tried to one up each other with skills and everything, and nothing was as dumbed down as some stuff is now. And basically, that's kind of the era I came out of, and that inspired me. The classic artists like Run DMC, LL Cool J, Fat Boys, Beastie Boys, Wu-Tang, EPMD, Kool Moe Dee. There's all those classic artists really inspired me. And at a very young age, I felt like I was a part of hip hop, part of the culture. And at first, I tried my hand at doing a little break dancing, a little graffiti art, a little bit of everything. And then eventually, I came to write lyrics and then get on the mic and perform and became a rapper. And then after that, I became a producer. And after that, I became a DJ and kind of like mastered everything. I like to fancy myself as a triple threat artist.
Triple threat.
Yeah, like the MC, DJ, producer.
I like
so
that.
I can sing, rap, dance at just one show.
One man band.
And if you piss him off, he can spray paint over the over
spray paint at the end.
Now, to me, you're a local legend. From a lot of people that I've talked to, that they know who Gozza is.
Cool. Thanks.
Now, are you from Flint? I
was actually born in Saginaw, Michigan.
Okay.
And I grew up around Montrose, Michigan, and around Flint. I moved to Flint all the way in '95, and I went to U of M Flint college here locally, and pretty much stayed after that. For the next 30 years. Mm-hmm. I just recently moved to Lansing, Michigan, but I've been in Flint, from like '95 to 2025. So a nice haul, and I'm really glad, blessed to be coming up in that era, because I was in the hip hop scene when it was very young and growing, and there wasn't a lot of artists. You could like name all the artists, you number them on your hands. And it was the era, like I was saying before, where it was a lot of skill, where like a clownish rapper that was kind of silly would get laughed out of the cipher, laughed out of the rhyme circle, and it's like everybody was tight and respected the skills, and we never had any problem being embraced by anybody we came through, because we put a lot of passion and skill into what we were doing, and that automatically like earned their respect. And so I feel like we came up during that era when it was like MC Breed, Dayton Family, Project Born, us, Artful Dodgers, my original crew that I was in. And before that, actually, I was in another group called the Juggernaut from like 93 to 96 or 97. And we did a lot of stuff locally too in that era.
And I'm a big fan of your artwork for Juggernaut. The
cassette tape?
No, the Marlboro.
Oh, yeah. That's what the cassette tape looked like.
Yeah.
We wanted it to look like a pack of cigarettes.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, I actually came up with that back then, and it really sold well, man. There should be a place called Wide Earps Records over on Corona Road, and we sold like thousands of those cassette tapes out of there, man. It was beautiful, and that was very well received. That was the Juggernaut era. It was me, my partner Jackpot, who I later would become Artful Dodgers with, Brainstorm, D Madness, B Mood, DJ Physics, and DJ Fish sometimes too. We were like a big white Wu-Tang clan. You know, it was just a bunch of different guys with different styles, and it was really cool, man. We did a lot of shows. We got a lot of commercial success, a lot of critical success from what we were putting out. But keeping that many people together was very hard.
Right.
You know, anybody that's been in a band or something, I know they can relate. Keeping so many people on the same,
same level.
Concentration. Yes,
Yeah.
it's very hard to do. So, we lasted from like 93 to 96, 97, and then we disbanded. And then my partner Jackpot, me and him became a duo. And with DJ Physics' help, we put out our first release, the Dust of Real EP in 97. And we recorded that at a real famous studio over on Dort Highway called Boomin' Records. Mm-hmm. And that's when Artful Dodgers were born in 97 when we put that out. So basically, all my music has been put out living in Flint.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Before that, when I was living in Montrose, I might have did some talent shows or something, kind of just, building my skill up. But really, I like to tell people, I was born in Saginaw, unique, but I never really rocked beats till I was on Saginaw Street in Flint, Michigan. You know what I mean? That's
like
where
that was a nice bar. I like that.
That's how it went, man. I didn't
This guy's
really
legit.
Yeah. That's how we know he's good.
Verified.
When I really got down there and performed at like Churchill's, the Flint Local 432, the Back Room, which became the Loft, Metropolis, we were like the first rap artists to like blow up in those spots. Even cats like MC Breed and Dayton Family, they didn't play the downtown area like that. They played like the Copa and stuff more on the north end. But a lot of those rock and roll bars, we were kind of the first hip hop artists to slide in there. And that was a beautiful thing, man. I feel really blessed and proud that we helped kick the door open a little bit for the Flint hip hop scene, in these spots. Because now Flint Local 432, they do hip hop events all the time.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful. The facility now, the sound system and everything's amazing. And it's a really cool spot. And big shouts out to them, man. They gave me
Shout out.
Yeah, they gave me my first opportunity, to perform there and throw our all hip hop showcase with nothing but hip hop artists, and it was nothing but love and success, and we built a lot from there, man. So much love to the downtown scene, man. It's definitely where I got my start. The Flint downtown scene, all that in the alley.
Yeah.
That's the spot right there, man. That's where we spent a lot of my teenage years, coming of age and building skills up. It was great, man. Especially the Metropolis. We used to do a hip-hop monthly night there, man, at the Metropolis downtown. We'd play upstairs. It was a 2-level bar, so there'd be a DJ doing, like, dance stuff on the first level. Upstairs, we'd be doing a hip-hop show. And
That sounds cool.
Yeah, we got to open up for Esham up there, Insane Clown Posse, a bunch of really great artists. Binary Star performed up there with us. We had a bunch of great shows up there. The Metro, and it's not there anymore, unfortunately.
Yeah. I have so many questions because a lot of the guests that we have on, they don't have a lot of history behind them. They're more of a recent put together and stuff like that.
Okay.
But you have a giant catalog of stuff. I think though the first question I have though is completely off track, but it is interesting to me.
Oh no!
And I'm the host, so I'll do what the fuck I want. So
yeah, that's how it goes.
What kind of toothpaste are you?
No, so I love the fact that like these guys that you're with, they've got all these cool nicknames, which I believe DJ Physics, that's the guy you had at your One Record a Day store.
Yes,
record day.
the Vehicle City Record Show.
Yeah.
Set up spinning.
Allegedly.
Yeah,
Allegedly.
that was Physics, man. Big shout out to him. He's DJ.
Shout out.
He does a lot of stuff with Paulie, the artist from Flint.
Yeah.
They do a lot of cool events and stuff, and so you can catch Physics around, man. That guy's a bad dude on the turntables. He did a lot of my first beats in those days. We used to go to his parents' house, and he had like a 4-track down the basement, crates of records, and he'd make some sick beats. Even back then, that was like 93,
That's
way
crazy.
back then. Before any of us even put out a professional release or did a show or anything, it was like all just in the basement.
Right.
Yeah, just learning and building.
What gets me is like, because I've always wanted to have a cool nickname. Like
Okay.
I've tried to have a cool nickname. It's just nothing's ever stuck. Chubby Dum Dum never really took off.
Dude, curtain balls.
Curtain
balls
balls.
is getting
Jeff
motion.
Evans, you could be like Jay Evidence or
Yeah.
something.
But
We call you Jevons.
yeah, that's true.
Jevons, that's not
That was
bad.
actually my my word name for high school. Is
Okay.
the login.
Don't be surprised if you hear curtain balls in public. Just like, not just from me either.
Yeah.
It's spreading.
The best nickname or hip hop name comes from like kind of from your name, kind of spawns from that, you know. Because my last name was Gosser, it became Gozza,
Right.
just like a more fancy, snazzier way to say it.
Right. That's what, because I've always like, how do these guys get like these awesome names? Like I've tried to come up with my own, but like I couldn't give it. There was okay.
You're like, I'm Shadowhawk.
Bro, he sent it to you. I told you, bro. You should have just been La Flama Blanca.
La Flama Blanca. No, Collin knows this story. I might as well put it out there. When I was younger, I was trying to new start, you know, because Jeff Evans, he always got picked on. He was always the fat kid and stuff. Like no one really
And
liked
there was
him.
another Jeff at camp.
Yeah. So and I went to a church camp. And I'm like, okay, it's safe space here. I'm gonna reinvent myself. So I'm like, it's my initials. It was JME. So I told everyone my name was Jamie.
Okay.
All right. I thought it was cool.
JME.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So, but it never took off. And then like no one ever called me Jamie. They'd just be like, hey, what's going on? Like, so I was, you know. But then there was this one girl who overly said Jamie. Like, that's funny, Jamie. Wow, that's such a good thought, Jamie. And then, like, it's almost like, do you know that's not my real name? Like, it was, right. But it was off-putting.
Years later, Jeff realized she actually just liked him.
Yeah.
It just went right over his head. Yeah, she liked Jamie.
She had a crush on Jamie.
Yeah, I can't be that same guy.
You never fill his shoes.
Jamie is no more.
Yeah. So, no, I always wanted... And,
what would Jamie do?
Yeah. We got bracelets that said that. What would Jamie do? No, but I've tried, like, because some people know me as DJ Hippo and stuff like that, but like that's it's only because I like hippos, but like it's not that big.
The mixtape could be Hungry Hungry Hippo.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, no.
Track 1, she's a lady, not a hoe.
Oh yeah. Well, I thought you were gonna say goblin balls, but no, that's not. But no,
Goblin balls.
But back to you.
Okay.
Now, the one thing that gets me, what?
You can't just say goblin balls. Back to you. Though. Like, I don't know how you did that with a straight face. Like,
that's pretty good.
Oh man, look, there goes a topic change.
In the 90s though, like, so you were doing hip hop when hip hop was just coming up. What was so the first, because the first, I want to say the first rapper was that DJ Easy E? No.
Big Herc. He's kind of the guy, the godfather.
Oh, I'm thinking of the, is it beatboxing? No, I don't know.
Dougie Fresh. He's the beat.
Yeah. I'm thinking of Dougie Fresh. I know there was an E in there somewhere.
DJ Easy E.
Yeah.
It's like Jazzy Jeff and
Yeah.
Easy E mix.
Yeah.
But no, so I can only imagine that it wasn't really that easy for you.
Oh yeah.
Like, what were your struggles? Like
A lot of naysayers, you know, a lot of people doubting us, and you know, of course, there's always people that would look at us from white guys doing hip hop, especially in those days. It never mattered to us, man. We loved the music so much, and we were doing it for the right reasons, and had the respect of what it was, and to like. You know, we weren't out there learning in front of everybody. We got our skills down in the basement, like I was saying, before we even went in front of everybody. So we were polished once we hit that stage in front of a crowd or went to a recording studio and recorded, that we won people over, and all that bullshit didn't matter anymore. You know what I mean? Cats never acted funny. All these white guys really doing around here. Once they heard us rocking, man, it was nothing but respect, because it was all about the music and the culture. And we were known for playing places where some cats said that we probably shouldn't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We'd go to some, you know, really questionable places in Detroit or Pontiac, and we didn't care, man. Any place that had a microphone that would book us, we'd go down there and rock it, man, regardless of the color of the faces in the crowd, you know? One real funny story, in Flint, we used to do this thing called Super Show. It was like a talent show that Flint had. Every year, they'd have it at the IMA Sports Arena. Now it's... the Dort Federal Event Center.
Yeah, Ronnie. Yeah.
That really rolls off the tongue, don't
Right.
it? Dort Federal Event Center.
Yeah.
Anyway, the IMA, it's still the IMA to me.
Yeah.
But we got to play at the IMA Super Show. It was a real big deal. They'd have auditions and stuff, so you had to like audition to even get on it. We ended up getting on it in 2 years, but the first year we did it in 1997, we were the only white cats on the show, right?
Yeah.
Out of probably like 30 artists. So we're backstage, and people are like telling us, now they're gonna boo you because you're white. As soon as you go out there, don't let it bother you. Just on with the show, keep it moving. So we were like mad nervous, man. We were backstage for hours. Like we didn't go on first or nothing. We were going on later in the show. We were just drinking tons of water, super nervous for people telling us that. We went out there and just did our thing and won that crowd over, man. There's probably like 4,000 people in IMA, and they loved us, man. It was all recorded on this local Comcast TV show too. So we even got a video of it, and you can hear the crowd cheering, man. Once they hear us out there spitting and our beat come in, and we just did our thing, man.
As I return like the Jedi, call me Mr. Red Eye, call me Jab, pulling stunts like the Vulture. I'm so fly or slinking, better yet I'm flipping. Rhymes from my mind, bring spiritual, uplifting and shifting. When I twist it up like some ice cream, you scream, they all scream, but chug it out like a dream team. Two different styles, two different types of brains. This the type of hit that makes your pop your head insane. Everybody, different styles, two different types of brains. This the type of hit that makes your pop your head insane. Two different styles, two different types of brains. This the type of hit that makes your pop your head insane. Two different styles, two different types of brains. This the type of hit that makes your pop your head insane. Two different styles, two different types of brains. This the type of hit that makes your pop your head insane. Thank you, Super Show 97, 1997. Thank you, Fred.
A bunch of dope artists on there, man, but we killed it. We didn't win the Super Show or anything. We didn't win the final, prize or anything, but we won over that crowd, man, got the respect, and it was a beautiful experience being in front of that many people, especially that early in our career. Yeah. It's like a teenager still, I'm up here rocking in front of 4,000 people cheering at us, and this cat we ended up rhyming with later, a real dope artist from Flint, Aslam Mahdi, the god Aslam, ran into him, years later at this Bangtown studio, and he's like, I saw you guys at Super Show. He's like, you guys killed it. And it's like, you never know who's in the crowd,
right.
It's pretty cool, man. So yeah, we definitely we broke through boundaries and stereotypes. Yeah. And like my man Chuck D from Public Enemy said about Beastie Boys, he's like, they came out and they played the game just as good as the black artists, they came out with the music that was just as dope on the level, and that's why they won respect. And I felt like we were the same way, man. We were never trying to pretend to be anything.
Right.
We're up there, white guys that love hip hop and rap and appreciate dope stuff, and we were just always ourselves. We never like added a little extra slang or
right.
accent to our voices
right.
or anything. It's like we never were into that, man. We loved the music, and we wanted to bring our perspective, our original ideas and everything to the culture and tell our, original story.
Yeah.
That's what we were all about, man. So it was, and then the Flint downtown scene was kind of, with the rock crowds, it wasn't because we were white, it's because we were doing hip hop.
Yeah.
We had some I remember the first shows we did at Flint Local 432 was like just us and punk rock bands. And there'd be like cats there dressed up like Marilyn Manson and stuff, and they'd just be like mean mugging us, like what the hell are these guys doing here? But it was kind of the same thing as the Super Show. It was a lot smaller venue, probably 100 people in the crowd, but we did our thing.
And then everyone
performed with passion and skill and won everybody over. These rock and roll crowds that normally would hate somebody that isn't up there rocking an instrument or whatever, they appreciated what we did, man. And we won them over too, and it was beautiful. That's definitely feedback and a little pat on the back like that's what helped push me forward in those early years where like we easily could have got distracted and went off somewhere else in life, man. But we always got so much good feedback and praise from people, like, you guys are good, keep doing it. And that's why I keep doing it. Even all these years later, man, I still love it as much as I did then. I'm still writing raps almost every day, making beats every day. I try to do shows as much as I can, I love it, man.
So you were talking about doing talent shows and stuff.
Yeah.
Was that really the only time you went like head to head against other musicians, or like were you in the battle scene?
I actually was in the battle scene too.
I knew it. I could tell by the way you were talking.
Yeah,
I was just waiting for it to come back up so I could bring it up to you.
So you freestyle.
Yes, freestyle battles, yeah. My man Eduardo Scissorhands, real dope DJ from Flint. He used to throw.
Is his last name Scissor or Hands?
Scissorhands, one name. But he used to throw a spot downtown, a nice open mic called Bedrock Lounge, where him and his DJ pals dropping dope tracks on the turntables and playing songs all night. But they'd always have an open mic, and eventually that evolved into a battle. They'd have an MC battle, right? And I entered a bunch of those, man, and I did great. I even got some of them on camera too, man, just crushing rappers. Flint's kind of notorious for having a lot of gangster rappers, right?
Yeah.
That doesn't necessarily transitioned to
Right.
battle rap so well. I had a lot of cats tell me they put the gauge in my face, they'll shoot my mom, da da da. And it's like I would just be like scatting and bebopping all over these guys, you know.
So okay, we've never done this because we've never really. I mean, I think this is a good idea. I think.
Let's say Jeff just dissed you in
Yeah,
battle.
if I can give you a beat, you think you could tear me apart?
I don't know.
I'm gonna warn you. Jeff is a solid beatboxer, so
Okay.
you're gonna be a little distracted at first.
You
It's
give me
gonna
a good
shake
beatbox,
Okay.
I'll kick a little freestyle. I'll try to be
Should we bring the mic up to you?
No,
or
no,
you
no.
think You're good.
I think I'm good.
All right.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yo, Jeff Evans, DJ Hippo. Some people say he's kind of slow, but in fact he's quite fast. Yo, and he got a girl's ass the other night, except she wasn't too tight. She had a face like Dolomite, and her hair was a spike. She didn't listen to punk rock though. He chill in her home, bro. She made him listen to Ariana Grande while eating and chilling with Harry Belafonte. I don't know. DJ Hippo, he was over at the club and he broke his turntables, spilled his beer. He said he's feeling too far away, not near. He drank too much last night. I think he needs to brush his shit. Alright, get some Colgate in your face. His shit is laced. But it brings a nice beatbox taste to the rhythm. I'm not gonna kill him with too much venom. He said his name ain't Jamie. He said that girl was trying to play me. Later on he said, maybe she wanted to lay me. But he said, I'm not Jamie no more.
Oh my god!
He was laughing and beatboxing
Yeah,
at the same
the laugh box.
Oh man, it was.
That's
nice.
probably the nicest anybody's ever been.
It's like, that was very complimentary.
Yeah, dude.
Do you
Like,
think I could book you for my funeral?
There you go.
you gotta do it just like that. Don't wait for him to start the beat.
Yeah, I'll be a little late.
Hit that shit.
Someone's just got the.
That'll be me.
Yeah.
Just kicking him in the nuts.
Nice.
No, that was. I like that. That was nice. No, that's I've always admired. I've never been able to freestyle. I can't think fast enough to rap. I've tried. I also can't read fast enough either, so I can't. But that's something. It's a skill that I've always like admired about people, to just be able to think off and let it rhyme. Like I've written music before and stuff like that, but like it's a long process. It's not something just like that. That's pure gold. I love that.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, that's on his new single.
Yeah. That's the skill to develop over years, though. You know, it's like I was pretty much forced to become a good freestyler by being around dope MCs, like those cats in the Juggernaut I was telling you about, D Madness, Brainstorm. The cats were phenomenal freestylers. This other cat, the Impeccable Boy Wonder, who was down with Eduardo Scissorhands in a group called Funky Lab Monkeys. Awesome freestyler. Being around him, this other cat, Bingo the Legend, Telly Tell, who was their other partner, he was a dope freestyler. So being around them elevated my game big time. And then there was this cat from Chicago, MC Juice, who's real famous for beating Eminem in a freestyle battle at Scribble Jam, this big hip-hop festival they used to have in Ohio. I used to freestyle with him too, man. That guy, you know, put me on a lot of game. And being in a cypher with him, you had to elevate your skill level. Yeah. Otherwise, you were embarrassed, you know what I mean? And so being around all them cats I mentioned, man, they all helped me build my skill up with freestyle. And now I can do it so easy, man. You're like on the drop of a dime. And I had a lot of fun in them MC battle days. I even, like, would have cats get pissed at me. I out in Midland was at my man DJ Logic and these cats Truology. They threw like a hip hop event at this bowling alley in Midland, and they had an MC battle. We performed the show and good, and I got in the battle afterwards and I crushed this cat. And this dude legit wanted to fight me.
Yeah.
He was like, let's take this shot. So he was pissed, man. And of course, me, I'm putting more fuel on the fire after I beat him and shit. And that's why he was so mad, of course. And I go to the next round. I see him in the crowd, just mean mugging him out there. I start dissing him again. Why am I supposed to be dissing my opponent? I'm still taking shots at him and shit. Like, fuck this dude.
That's awesome.
And MC battle days were fun though, man. A lot of great times, and it's cool, man. It's good to see that type of things going still too.
Yeah. I think that would be. I think that's something I want to do eventually is to like film one of those. I've always wanted. I've never been to.
Nice.
I've never been to one. So
Yeah, we should collab on something like that.
yeah.
We just gotta put up a prize, man.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, what they would do in the Bedrock Lounge days, I think everybody would throw tens in, and then the winner would get the pop.
That's actually a good idea.
If you build it, they will come.
They
Yeah,
will.
yeah. That way you don't even got to come off any money. The
Yeah.
MCs pay for themselves.
That is actually good. Just find a video.
And Jeff can provide the beats.
Yeah, no, I know.
DJ Hip Hop.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, that killed me at the end, dude. But no, I like the struggle that you said coming up and stuff. I'm not the same way. I don't not rapping or anything like that. But growing up, I was a big boy. I got up to 500 pounds.
Wow.
So
I never would have thought that.
yeah, back in the day. Back in my day, I know I'm a little bit younger than you are, but at Cortland Center Mall, there was a place called Hardware,
Okay.
and back when I was younger, they didn't have a big and tall. They didn't have clothes, so everything was pretty much skin tight for me,
Right.
which wasn't pleasant for anyone to see. So the only place was this place in the mall was Hardware,
Okay.
and they had bigger clothes, a lot of like FUBU and like Blue Boy and stuff like that, a lot of clothes. And it was the only clothes that would fit me. And also my background in music was a lot of R&B, soul, and Motown.
Nice.
So I would get picked on a lot by other kids and stuff. Like in Davison, it was predominantly white. I was best friends with like the only black kid, so I mean it was
Right.
but it was
Not to brag.
yeah,
You know.
I have a black friend.
So not a lot of R&B lovers out there.
No. But so
I heard they love Justin Timberlake.
that Nelly guy, I tell you what.
He better not come to my town though.
But no, so I had a lot of those same struggles and stuff like that, but I never got to redeem myself on stage. So, but is there anything in particular that sticks out? Was there any incidences like that were like it was significantly difficult? Because I can only imagine, like for me personally, I don't know. I think I'd fold under the pressure. I really would.
I've seen cats do it, yeah.
I think you'd fold under no pressure.
I would.
On some of our earliest shows, I tried just putting friends from high school on bills, giving group names or artist names, whatever. And I seen a cat we went to school with just straight up choke on the mic and just get laughed off the
Yeah.
stage pretty much, you know what I'm saying? But I've seen other cats that I gave her opportunity to rise to the occasion and do good. And I've never had really experience like that, but kind of like the presence of violence in shows
Yeah.
kind of has been an issue. We did a show in Pontiac once called Rap Blast.
Okay.
So it's a huge venue, tons of people there. We're getting ready to perform, and somebody gets blasted in the crowd. Somebody gets shot in the crowd.
No kidding.
The crowd, scurries everywhere. Half the people run directly at us. We're on stage with the microphones. We get like pushed up to the wall or whatever. The people just running everywhere, and the entire show got shut down. The police came. We never got to perform.
Yeah.
So that was a crazy experience, And then we ended up losing our DAT tape. We used to have music on DAT tapes, before everything went digital or whatever. So we had our DAT tape there, lost it in the mix or whatever. And then fast forward years later, a friend of ours was at a show and some cats had found our DAT tape and we're rapping over our beats and he had to set them straight and
Oh,
shit.
dang.
Kind of like, hey, these are my boys' beats. You can't be doing that. So that was crazy.
That'd be
Somebody
wild.
ended up with the fucking tape
Right.
and shit.
Now, okay, so for those who don't, know what DAT tapes are.
We know what that
Yeah, oh yeah,
is,
totally
Yeah.
know
For those
what
those of
Yeah.
us
yeah.
at home.
Right,
yes,
yeah. Can
know.
you explain exactly what a DAT tape is?
Yeah, like a digital audio tape. They had ADATs and then DATs were the smaller ones. It's almost like it had the appearance. It was like almost like a cassette, but more like it looked like a VHS almost.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So it was just like a nice, professional, high quality thing to have your recording on, as opposed to cassette tapes, which we used a lot for shows and stuff in them days, which weren't reliable and were very fragile. And so basically, we would use a lot of the ADAT tapes in the recording because that would work with the computer system to like get all the tracks or whatever. and then the smaller DAT tapes I think were mainly more for performance and stuff.
Okay.
But the tricky thing about that was you'd have to have a DAT player or a ADAT player. We had actually a problem with the ADATs over the years. We recorded at this shitty studio. It's actually a really nice studio in Ann Arbor, but the guy that ran it was a total fucking dick.
Yeah.
This guy was an asshole. The producer that we were working at the time recommended the studio to us, so we went there kind of for him. The quality of the music that came out of there was pretty good, but the guy, like I said, he was a dick. And he ended up doing some bullshit. He scheduled some studio time that we didn't agree with, and then he called my house and was cussing at my answering machine or something. My girl heard it at the time, and it was just real unprofessional. It really pissed me off. So we were just we don't want to do business with you anymore. We're gonna get the ADAT tapes that we recorded down in the studio and get out of there. This guy tried to hold our tapes, so we had to go down there and strong arm him. I went down to Ann Arbor and I took a couple of my friends down there and we strong armed him and I'm getting the tapes back. But then we have these ADAT tapes. We don't have an ADAT player.
Right.
What the hell? So it took us forever to find one. We finally, our manager at the time was going to Columbia down in Chicago. So we were down in Chi-Town all the time. And we found a studio down there that had ADAT tapes. And so we got everything transferred. And eventually we got all the music off of it and everything. And so it was it was a struggle, man. And money-wise, paying for studio time would drain you. Where kids, now they got their recording stuff on a computer, and almost anybody can get it to Audacity for free or something to record. Anybody can. In those days, we'd spend hundreds of dollars just to recreate the beat.
Oh, wow.
Because it'd be on this sound system, and then when we recorded vocals, everything was on reel-to-reels, which were almost like movie reels, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Big audio reels. So if you messed up and wanted to go punch in a line, it was a huge thing where they'd have to cut it. Man, it was a huge process. So we spent so much money. If I had the money back from all the studios I spent on in the 90s, oh man, we spent tons of money. So
the conversion rate.
Yeah, so that was always a big struggle too. But once everything kind of became digital, it was a lot easier.
Yeah, I imagine. Now, you're obviously recording now. Do you have your own recording studio, or do you go to...
Yeah, I got my own home lab set up with turntables, microphone, mixer, and computer and everything. And so I'll do that there. And then I often will collaborate with other engineers or producers and take my files to them for mixing and mastering, just because I like to get an outside ear.
Yeah.
That's one thing I recommend for all artists. It's great to be, I'm the man who can do every job. But at the same time, it's good to get that outside ear and another opinion, especially if it's somebody whose ear you respect, a really good musician. This cat, Farlon Randall, real dope producer, artist from Flint, Michigan. He goes by the name Bangtown. We went to his studio in the 90s too, and this guy's got an amazing ear. So ever since I worked on the Artful Dodgers album Lazy Eyes with him in 98, he did such a good job on that I've had him master almost every one of my albums since then. Nice. And he does a phenomenal job. And it all goes back to that, it's you can have everything sound as good as it does to your ear, but getting that outside ear and another perspective, man, is very, very crucial.
I think, because I do that a lot when I'm creating art and stuff like that, that it's my creation, I'm biased.
Yes.
So, having someone else be does that look right to you? Right. Or does that sound right to you and stuff like that? I really appreciate that, because when you're in creating your own art, you're not only you're biased, but you're so zoned in.
Yeah.
To have an outside perspective.
Yes.
Join in on.
It's good to not be surrounded by yes men either.
Yeah.
It's good to have friends that'll keep it real with you and tell you when I'm not really feeling that, dude.
Right.
Or you could do that better. You could do it. I feel that in the studio, especially when you're working with other artists, no ego. If somebody's got a good idea, take it. You know what I mean? Me and the best artists I work with are all that way, where we'll help each other and take suggestions and coach each other and help each other, and it makes the music so much better, That's one thing that's definitely missing from nowadays is back in those early analog days of going to recording studios, everyone would have to be there to record.
Right.
And now you collaborate with people and everything will be over computers. And so it's you don't even sit in the same room sometimes when you're making a song with somebody. And I think that kind of hurts the music in a way, because you lose that bouncing off energy from each other and suggestions.
Because there's a delay too.
Yeah. So, but it's cool that you can so easily collaborate with people now. I definitely appreciate that. And, I do stuff with people I rocked a song with a cat from Sao Paulo, Brazil. You know what I'm saying? Thousands of miles away, and I did a song with him. He's speaking Portuguese. I'm speaking English.
How did you even get that connection?
Actually through my wife. My wife is from Brazil.
Oh, right on.
And she's a huge hip hop fan. We kind of met through hip hop, and
she had a BL.
Huh?
She have a BL?
And basically, she plugged me in with a whole bunch of cats from Brazil when I went down there, DJs and artists, and you know, a lot of cool culture down there, man. I actually got to go stay in Brazil for like 2 months with her, and it was amazing, man. It's a beautiful country. They love hip hop down there. They really respect it. Super friendly people, great food. And I was having such a good time down there that I was like forgetting about my possessions, my house in Flint and stuff. You know what I mean? I'm like, maybe I'll just stay in Brazil, just have somebody sell my shit. And
I do enjoy their nuts. I've had them every once in a while for their Christmas. And,
okay, yeah.
Brazil nuts. Down there, they just call them nuts.
Yeah.
It's true. They got great stuff though, man. Much love to all my people down in Brazil, my second home.
Shout out.
Shout out.
Shout out Brazil.
Now, what would you say, I'd say, is, you got like a top, let's say top 3 of your favorite people that you've collabed with?
Favorite people I've collabed with? That's a good question right there. I would definitely say one of them would definitely be the Dayton family.
Okay.
Flint Town Legends, Shoestring and Bootleg. I did a song with them on my album from a couple years ago, Black Vinyl. We did a song called Flint Titans, and those guys were just like pros, man. They came in and dropped their verses so professionally, and you know, just professionals, man. I can't say more better things about them. You know, like, them guys are tight. You know, real good businessmen and tight with their skills and their rhymes. So Dayton family's on that list. I gotta say, definitely my man DJ Virus. He's my current DJ. We've rocked the last albums together, Black Vinyl, Easy Street, and Flinstrumentals. And this is the dopest DJ I've ever worked with, man. He's a true collaborator. We bounce ideas off each other. He comes with, you know, ideas and all types of patterns. And he's always trying to outdo himself with these scratch-a-thon sessions we have, man. It's real dope. And I love collaborating with him. And we made a lot of good music together. We're actually working on a mixtape of his right now, too, together. And he's going to be dropping that with you guys hear this, man. He's got like 100 songs just flying in and out, like a true mixtape, man. Like on the turntable, scratching and cutting.
Wow.
Yeah, so DJ Virus is definitely on that list too. Another person I would have to say is my man Josie Wales. We've done a lot of music together. He's kind of my protege. I discovered him in the '90s, and he was in a group called Unorthodox Tactics for many years. And then in 2006, he went solo, and me and him really started collaborating then, where I did a lot of beats for him and stuff, and we do songs together. And eventually, we kind of formed a group called Born Lethal, and we did a lot of music together as a group. And he's one of the people that, you know, I'll sit in the studio with, and we'll inspire each other and bring our A game every time we're working on something together, you know. So the outlaw Josie Wales would be on that list as well, definitely.
I've had the pleasure of meeting Josie Wales. I really like him.
Oh,
Really
yeah.
cool cat. Have you met Josie?
I couldn't tell you. We've met so many
Yeah.
people.
Because you were at the class, right?
Yes.
So I think he was at one of the classes.
Okay.
So
It's a possibility, man.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, doing this, like, I've met so many more people than, like, I would have thought that I would. Like, I feel like I recognize people at the store. It's never actually somebody I've met. Like, they just look like them.
Yeah.
So it's actually super embarrassing. Like, next week I'm going to see somebody that looks like you, but it's not going to be you.
Right.
But I'm going to think it is. And I'm going to talk to them like they're stupid for not remembering me.
Yeah, there's doppelgangers out there. It happens.
Most people tell me I look like an asshole, so I hope that that's the doppelganger. I have a question.
Oh, yeah, sorry, yeah.
No, it's just so. Who, when you started making music, who did you draw inspiration from, and then now, where do you draw inspiration from?
Okay.
Two-parter.
Nice. Like I was saying before, the golden era definitely gave me all the inspiration to start, man. Those early cats, Run DMC, Beastie Boys, Fat Boys, L Cool J, Public Enemy, Eric B and Rakim, all those legends, man. KRS-One. I mean, I could go on and on with all these names, these cats that inspired me
Eric
in those
Clapton.
days.
Miles Davis.
Hell of a
Yeah,
guitar
Miles
player.
Davis.
Miles Davis was tight too. But those hip hop cats are definitely ones that inspired me the most. Another cat, Kid Sensation, was a big inspiration to me back then. Cypress Hill, House of Pain, all those groups, they really inspired me a lot to do my thing on the mic. And I would say nowadays, like Life and other forms of music are a big inspiration to me, and films as well. Sometimes I get very inspired by films. I'm a real big movie buff, and I love watching movies, and I get inspired by soundtracks. Sometimes the sounds I hear, And then, there's some newer artists I hear, especially in the underground. There's a lot of dope artists in Flint and Detroit and Chicago that I really like, that I listen to, and I'm inspired by them still to this day. And cats that are avoiding this like mainstream, soft kind of auto-tune, lovey-dovey rap. Like everybody's a gangster, but we all like are crybaby about their loved one or their girlfriend dumped them and shit. It's like, I'm a b-boy, you know what I mean? We're
So you don't like
skills,
country.
right? Isn't it kind of sad that it took rap kind of getting lame for country to finally embrace it? You know what I mean? Like when rap was like killing it, country was like, fuck these guys, I just don't understand them.
Yeah.
And then rap gets like kind of terrible, and then they're like, we love rap.
Wait, you're telling me their girl left them and they like drinking? Well, hell no.
Shit, we just need to get them a truck.
I guess that was like the common denominator that brought them together. It's like both crying in their beers.
You tell me they like drugs too? It really is just skin deep.
Now, is there anybody that you'd want to collab with?
Definitely. There's some cats that are on my list for sure.
You're clapping miles, dude.
Definitely them. But Kid Sensation, who I mentioned, who's a Golden Era MC, he's definitely one I would love to collaborate with. MC Breed was on that list, rest in peace. He's no longer with us now, but he was on that list for, I was even talking to him before he passed about collaborating. It was in the works, man. And then, rest his soul. R.I.P. Big Breed. He didn't make it, and that never happened. Other cats, I'd love to do something with like Beastie Boys, LL, DJ Muggs, Cypress Hill. I've always loved that Soul Assassins clique. That was like a group that really inspired me. My first hip hop show I went to in '93 in Detroit was a Soul Assassins tour. It was Cypress Hill, House of Pain, Funk Dubious, and the Hooligans, and that rugged sound that them guys had just really inspired me a lot. Just kind of similar to the way Run DMC and Beastie Boys did too. That was like a crew of artists that really inspired me a lot as well. So like doing something with somebody from that era, the Golden Era MCs, that would be a dream come true, man. I'd really love that.
Yeah.
That'd be dope.
Is there any? Because today's rap is very different than the golden age.
It is.
But is there anybody that you deem like? I fuck with that. Like, is there?
Yeah, there's some newer cats I like. I think Kendrick Lamar's good.
Yeah.
I mean, it blew my mind when people were kind of like hating on the Super Bowl halftime show.
Yeah.
I mean, just say you don't like rap.
Right. Yeah.
Pretty much, because the dude was out there spitting his fucking heart out, and that choreography or whatever he had going on was amazing. Like, I thought he was really good, man. So I didn't understand that. That guy's a good lyricist. I like J. Cole. I don't know if you guys are familiar with him.
Yeah,
He's pretty dope. There's a lot of cats in the underground I like too. A lot of dope cats. Drawing blanks at the moment, but I'm always hearing some cats that I'm feeling.
Honestly, that's one of the problems. Is like there's so much out there.
Yeah,
that it overloads you, and like you can't gun to your head. You can't think of who did that song.
Right.
Yeah.
It's true.
He likes his rap.
Nice.
I mean, everybody does.
Yeah.
I mean, you do too. Just
like
Jeff acts like he doesn't, but it's just he's not on like the gangster rap side of things. Like
I feel that.
they're singing a lot more in the chorus in the rap songs he likes. You like Shaggy.
Yeah.
A few groups that kind of transcended Golden Era to now that are still popular now that are really are big to me are like Run the Jewels. I like a lot. You guys familiar with them? They're real dope. Killer Mike and LP from Company Flow. I like them a lot. That's kind of a newer school, crew that I think is dope. Czarface, which is 7L Esoteric, and Inspector Deck from Wu-Tang Clan. I love Wu-Tang. That's definitely a big inspiration to me, man. I love the martial arts, hip-hop combination of that. That's pretty amazing. A lot of dope cats, man. There's definitely, especially if you can dig underneath the surface to the underground. There's a lot of amazing artists out there, and it is like he said, it's kind of overwhelming. There's so many good ones now that it's kind of hard to think of, pinpoint exactly which ones. But there's cats that are still doing it, to this day that are, fighting the good fight. I feel, and doing the real hip hop sound, not giving it up, not doing the soft kind of poppy, singy shit. They're sticking to their b-boy roots, and I love that, man.
Do you in your music do you sample at all?
Yes, yeah. I'm big on sampling.
Yeah.
The twist is I hate the Puff Daddy style of I'm gonna sample a hit record to make a hit record. You know what I mean? I hated that. You're basically just
Riding on
regurgitating what they did and
Yeah.
getting success off somebody's back. Fuck that. For sampling, to me, I'm about digging in the crates, getting my fingers dusty, and finding the most weird, obscure sounds I can find that no one I know of has ever heard. I'm pretty good at that too, of paying attention to hip hop and who's sampling what. Especially nowadays, a lot of cats don't sample, so you don't even have to worry about the new school. But like the old school cats, I kind of have in my mind a catalog of who sampled what, so I always pick stuff that no one's ever used, man, and it's always done very well for me. I've never been called out on samples, and then streaming and stuff, they kind of crack down on samples, but my shit's so obscure, and plus I take it out of context,
Right.
and like flip it, add effects to it, change the arrangement around, so I'm real smart about it. And the reason I stick with the sampling format, that true hip hop sound, is because I just love the way it sounds.
Yeah.
The new school has great bass. I'll give them the bass. Hey, that 808 they have pounding through digitally sounds awesome. But all this other like crystal clear Britney Spears sounding keyboard shit, it's for the birds, man. I want some grimy hip hop shit with like a little record crackle in there, you know what I mean? And like music doesn't have to be this crystal perfect pop diva sound, you know what I mean? I like a rugged fucking drum and nasty crunchy fucking sounds. And to me, hip hop's got to be rugged and grimy in a way. You know what I'm saying? It can be beautiful too and have a lot of music in it, but at the same time, it has to have that rugged fucking drums and bass and that backbone, you know? That's that real hip hop sound. I mean, drums are important. I think a lot of new school hip hop has pussified drums, and I don't like that.
Right.
I like a like your beatbox, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like the new shit's like boom, boom. It's like, nah, it's not the same, man.
Right.
I don't know. It's the energy is just better with that hard drum breakbeat sound. I feel, and you know, you look at this old footage of shows, and people are like losing their minds, hands in the air, jumping around, and now it's just this a crowd of people doing this, and it's like I think it's a reflection of the music.
Yeah.
The music's so drugged out, spaced out that people are just kind of like,
Right.
It don't give them that same fuck yeah,
Right.
the hype
Not getting
vibe.
that beat into
Yeah,
it.
it's like I miss that energy, man. That needs to be brought back to hip hop. And there's some cats out there that are doing it still. You know, hats off to all of them. Everybody fighting the good fight. I support them.
I was gonna say, when it comes to like sampling and stuff like that, I've always thought like, I like when people take, me personally, songs that had good bones, but originally the execution was shit.
Right.
Like, and I like when they take that and they change it and make it like something that just phenomenal. What it could have been like,
kind of flip it.
Yeah.
Reinvent it.
and then they did that. They did a lot of that in Motown. Like Marvin Gaye.
With Eric Sermon, you talking about the music track?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that track is beautiful.
Yeah. And then even
And that's like a perfect example of sampling done right.
heard it through the grapevine.
Oh yeah.
So that had got put out by, I want to say, 3 artists
Yeah. I'm sure.
before he touched it.
Wow.
And the way he did it, that soared to the top.
Yeah.
So you had three duds.
Right. Yeah.
And then it took one person to rearrange it and just give it what it needed.
Yeah, that's a good cover song, you know.
Yeah.
There's so many mediocre cover band, tribute band things going on now. So if you're not like doing that to a cover,
Right.
why bother?
Right.
Why do a karaoke version that
It's-
anybody could do? It's
Yes.
like when you're reinventing it, and like I like that, man. You're like 3 attempts that didn't do shit, and
Right.
the 4th one, bam.
Right.
It's like somebody executed it right.
You gotta crack a few eggs.
Yeah.
More and more in life, I'm finding songs like that too, like Cyndi Lauper's "Girls Just Want to Have Fun's" a cover.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that didn't do nothing back then.
What's,
but then she made it a monster hit.
Whitney Houston.
Dance with somebody?
No, it was no.
The Dolly one you talking
yeah,
about?
Dolly Parton, yeah.
I Always Love You, or
Yeah.
from
I will always
Bodyguard.
love you. Yeah, Bodyguard.
Yeah.
Yep. 1992 or 93.
Yeah, she definitely made more of a hit of it than Dolly did. Dolly's version's fine, but
And it gets more punch.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's another, when you were talking about that sound in your music, we played your song Black Vinyl on one of our in-betweens before.
Nice.
And I like actually every song I want to say of that album, you had where it sounded like I'm not entirely sure how you put it on there, but you made it sound like you had put the needle on the vinyl.
Yeah.
and that you heard it like
Yeah.
that's the way it was played.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how you did it, but like it uniformed the entire album, and I
Yeah.
loved it, and that sound was nice.
Cool,
liked
I appreciate that. Man, yeah, that definitely was the concept. I wanted it all to sound like a record
Right.
getting played, and that's why there's that little commentator guy
Yeah.
throughout, kind of like giving you tips about records. And yeah, thanks, man. I'm glad you caught that. Yeah, that was definitely part of the Black Vinyl album concept. You know?
Yeah.
Because records, I'm not a huge turntablist, scratcher, mixer. I am a DJ though, and I do love vinyl, and I'm a vinyl collector. And especially for making beats, man, there's not a better sound. That old vinyl just has that warm sound that
Yeah.
you can't get in this new school digital era. That I love that warm sound, and that to me, that's hip hop.
Yeah.
You listen back to songs like "Jump Around," and it's like that. The music that's going on there, that's sampling,
Yeah.
done right. It's cool.
What would you say is your favorite use of sampling?
My favorite use of sampling,
Let's say
another artist that flipped something really cool. We kind
Well,
of
I mean, we'll forget them. I want to know what you what you think, because I was gonna go that, but I'm like, fuck them. What is your favorite that you've done?
I got a couple.
Both give yourself props. I want to
Okay,
Give us a deep cut.
There's an album I did called Zigzag in like 2013, and the intro track's called Take a Stand, and I took a sample from Predator.
Oh,
And if you guys are Predator fans, you'll be familiar with this scene where Arnold takes the stand against the Predator. He kind of gets everything together, lights the torch, gets his fucking mud on, everything.
Yeah.
He raises the torch.
yeah.
So I sampled that, and then right after that, there's a horn blast that comes in that goes bong. So like basically the beat is like the da 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 da, whoa, boom. And so I like that is kind of made the entire track sampling that. There really wasn't a loop or nothing.
Right.
I just kind of like scattered sounds, and I had a guy play bass on it, and another cat play guitar, and I even sampled a little bit of the Predator. That in there and shit. So yeah, you guys will check that out. That's one of my proudest moments.
Absolutely.
And no one's even ever called me out on it or said they knew where that was from or anything. But I always felt like that was pretty clever. That's something no one ever would have thought of.
Yeah. No, I really dig that. That's really cool, and like the clever, and because you just didn't hit it and quit it. You took different pieces that put it all together.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, I like doing that. I call those Frankenstein beats
Yeah.
where there's not a loop. A lot of people just grab that loop and just let it go.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. Sometimes that works. It sounds funky. It sounds great. But I like to get 5 different sounds and arrange them where they almost sound like a loop.
Yeah.
And that's like kind of the hip hop magic.
I can almost put that into terms of like a vocalist is like how you get a catchy hook and you just repeat it all the time so it gets stuck in your head.
Yeah.
And then, but you don't give a lot with your verses.
Right, yeah.
But then that compared to a song that is all about the verses and actually puts effort into the message and stuff and tells a story. Yeah, the hook's in there, but that's not the main focus.
Right, yeah. I feel that, man. Definitely.
So I can, it's like very similar in style.
Yeah. I'm real big on hooks too, man. I feel like I'm gifted at coming up with choruses, and you gotta have a catchy hook.
Yeah.
It's part of the game.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
it
saying?
is.
And to me, that's not sellout trying to have a catchy hook. That's like the best shit has catchy hooks. You know what I'm saying?
But
my
now-
dad always told me write jingles.
Right.
My hooks were so catchy and stuff. And it's like it takes creativity.
And that's the biggest problem I have with music nowadays, though, is that that's just repetitive.
Yeah, too much hook.
Yeah.
It's almost
It's
like
just-
4 different hooks
Yeah.
in the song instead of like a verse.
Yeah, was there a verse?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It does feel like that sometimes. You're right, especially with some like kind of poppy dance
Yeah.
type things. Yeah,
That's all pop music is.
Yeah,
That's,
yeah.
I mean, there's I can't say all, but like for the majority.
Yes.
Full of hookers.
Yeah, full of hookers.
I mean, yeah. Who was it, Shaka Khan or one of these famous R&B singers just said that the new school girls, you know, they make up for their lack of singing skill by showing off their bodies.
Yeah.
It's like kind of how it is now.
That's why I never made it.
Damn it!
Yeah, that's why. Yeah. Now,
You had plenty of body that you were showing off.
yeah, I had something to go around. You want to borrow some?
I want to take a second to give a big thank you to our sponsor, New Paths, a local recovery and support organization in the heart of Michigan. New Paths is dedicated to providing individuals with compassionate treatment and resources for rebuilding their lives. New Paths has been helping people find healthier futures with outpatient support, residential care, and recovery housing for over 40 years. Check out their Facebook at facebook.com/New Paths Inc. to stay connected and learn how they are making a difference in the community. Visit their Facebook today. New Paths, changing lives and opening doors to new possibilities for over 40 years.
What do you got coming out now?
Okay, got some new stuff. I just dropped this at the end of last year with my man DJ Fish, the Easy Street album, which I'm giving to the Burton Beat.
Oh, thank you very much. Appreciate that.
Me and my friend DJ Fish, who I actually started with back in the day with a group called the DLP when we were in high school. On the cover there, we're doing a talent show back in the Montrose days where we met. We had lockers.
Oh, that's
by each other.
actually a picture.
That's me in '93 with DJ Fish.
Which one's you?
That's me right there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And that's Fish next to me. And that was the multi-purpose room where they had the talent show at. And basically me and him, you know, became friends through our love of hip hop. And we called the album Easy Street because that was a teen club in Flushing where we did our very first shows at and had success. And so we kind of brought it back to Easy Street. There's even a song called DLP where we got like my original rap partner, DJ, this cat named Dynamite D. I got him on the song. So like Easy Street is kind of like a homecoming to my, you know, old school crew. And my man Fish has really been stepping up with his beat production. So I wanted to do something with him. And he does all the beats. I do the vocals. And him and my man DJ Virus do the cuts. And some real good songs. I brought a song to play today, a couple songs from the album. I'm going to play the title track, Easy Street, and then the first single off it, which is a track called Earth Mover, which I just did a video for. I don't know if you guys can show the video maybe.
Oh, yeah.
I'm real proud of this video, man. It turned out really dope. And
Right on.
that's for Earth Mover. So that album just came out, and then after that, just the beginning of this year, I put out an instrumental album, kind of my boom bap beat masterpiece. I called it Flint Instrumentals.
Yeah.
That was kind of the concept, and each song is named after a Flint venue or landmark that was important to me during my stay in Flint, my life in
And
Flint.
the album art, isn't it a picture of Flint?
It's a picture of Flint,
Yeah.
and I don't know, maybe you guys can throw them up.
Yeah.
I'll send you the original that inspired it, but there's this old black and white photo of Auto World, if you guys are familiar with Auto World.
Is that on board?
It was actually kind of almost downtown, kind of where U of M is now,
Okay.
right by the river or whatever. It was a theme park, and it was basically just kind of like showing you the auto industry history and everything. And they had like an indoor Ferris wheel. It was actually really cool. I went there as a child with my dad.
I never got to go, but I've heard many stories
Yeah.
from my grandparents.
Yeah.
and
My
stuff.
dad worked at GM for like 25 years in Flint, and you know he was real proud of it because it was very pro GM and kind of showed what he was doing behind the scenes. And so I was glad I got to go there. But anyway, as we all know, Auto World didn't work out so well.
Right.
I actually saw the demolition of it. I was working at the PBS station in Flint, TV 28, and one of our assignments was to record the demolition of it. So I remember going out on these bridges kind of between the parking lot and U of M Flint, and we went out there and I remember recording it and seeing the Auto World get crumbled down.
We are less than 1 minute from the implosion of Flint Zone.
But anyway, let's not dwell on that. Back to the album cover.
What is that? Is that a metaphor or a simile where it's like you're getting paid to literally watch your childhood get destroyed?
That is kind of weird, yeah.
I just want to say, like, I feel like he's calling you out on this, like, especially number 8 and 9. You call me screwed up.
You know,
Empty. Yeah.
yep, they do. They do.
But so basically, there's this old photo of Auto World, right? So I took that old photo and we put a giant turntable in place of Auto World,
Yeah.
kind of to my concept was that, the auto industry left Flint. Now our biggest export is the music, man. We got so many talented artists in Flint. It's
Yeah,
it's
I love
amazing.
that. I
You know,
really do.
I feel like that's the best thing that Flint has to offer now. Music brings the people together, and we got a lot of great artists, man. Up and coming artists, veteran artists. Some of my favorite artists are from Flint, man. Real dope cats.
Yeah, I like that. And then so this came out last year.
Yep, the end of last year.
And then Flint Instrumental is your new one that you
Yes,
just
yep.
put out?
I'm actually getting that pressed up right now. I got some CDs and stickers. I'm actually gonna try to put that on vinyl too. This
Oh,
year.
I was just about to ask. Are you doing it on vinyl?
Yeah, that's
Right
my
on.
plan, man. I
Vinyl.
really like to,
Vinyl.
yeah, I'm
Black
on
vinyl.
record for the DJs, because it's basically all instrumental beats. There's no vocals on it. It's got it's kind of my normal style. If you're familiar with like Black Vinyl, I put a lot of movie samples and
Right.
quirky kind of kid samples and stuff. It's kind of my style. So there's a lot of that on Flint Instrumentals, and then DJ Virus is on there cutting. My man Bass Owl, real dope artist. I've been collaborating with since the Arthur Dodger days. He plays trumpet on it and Moog, and he does some scratching on it. Got some other dope DJs on there laying cuts. Flint's own DJ Thunder's on there laying cuts. DJ Kraft, DJ King Tragic.
Wow.
It's a real dope album, man. It's for like the true
Really?
hip hop heads that
lot of DJs.
enjoy, the scratching and the hard drums and the wild kind of, in depth creative sampling. I really went all out on it. I worked on this album for many years. I came up with that concept, the Flint Instrumentals concept, like 10, maybe 15, 20 years ago.
Wow.
And I sat on it forever.
20 years in the making.
Yeah, 20 years in the making, man. I actually made an early version of the album 10 years ago, and I wasn't happy with it. And the problem was, I was using throwaway beats. If you're familiar with this concept.
I'm not, but if you could.
For a producer, you got like your best beats, your like top of the line A-list beats, and then like the beats that you made them, they're just not that great, but they sit there in the folder, so you try to sell them to people, and
Yeah.
kind of throwaway
Yeah.
beats, whatever. And the original Flint Instrumentals I did was throwaway beats. It's
Yeah.
like I didn't want to sacrifice my best beats at that time, so I was like phoning it in, and I was trying to be creative. I was telling like the story of Flint with samples, and it had some merits, but anyway, I did away with it, and then worked on it for the next 10 years and came up with what I did. And the key was I used beats that I would rap to,
Right.
beats that I could see myself making a song to. I wanted to make a song, but okay, I'm going to sacrifice this so Flint Instrumentals can be dope.
Right.
And it paid off, man. I'm going to get nothing but great feedback on it, and people really love it. And there's no profanity on it, so it's like it can be played for anybody. It's like, I'm real happy about it. And next week, I'm rocking with the Rob Banks organization. I'm going to debut some of it live at the show and let people check it out in a concert, type of setting. So I'm looking forward to that. You guys should come out to that show
Oh,
if you're
yeah.
doing anything.
Most definitely.
Definitely.
And then I'm hoping maybe I'll have the CDs and stickers by the Clash event
Oh.
that's coming up
Yeah.
end of the month. And so hopefully I'll have it by then.
Yeah. And cement.
Yeah, it's,
Anything, really.
Yeah,
anything.
yeah.
Just knock it out.
Popcorn. Now, I want to rewind just a little bit because I'm curious about the certain kind of roots, and because I feel like it's molded you in some way. Because you said you worked for PBS.
Yep.
Okay. And I know that you from your radio show, the Gozza Strip.
Yes.
Can you give us a little insight on how that became?
Okay.
Like, if you can. I don't know if
Yeah,
you have NDA or anything like
No,
that.
no.
So,
I definitely, I started out wanting to be in television. That was my ultimate dream. I had done some kind of group things at TV 25 or stuff where they would let students come out there and kind of work with the equipment and stuff. And then when I went to U of M Flint, they had an opportunity to intern at TV 28, which was located at Mott at the time. I don't think it's there anymore. But so I signed up for that, and I got the job, and I worked there for a couple of years, man, and it was a blast. I had a really good time there. I even got to work camera. Even got to answer the phones during the telethon. You know what I'm saying?
did you get to meet Bozo?
No, but I didn't get to meet
Oh.
Bozo. Michael Moore was there one time, though. I met Michael Moore, and so we. I got a funny story about him too.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, I basically would run that. And there'd be like a grave shift, and I would run all this digital gear. Or not digital gear, it wasn't digital, everything was analog and reel-to-reel at this time. And then when it switched to digital, just as I was graduating, everything I learned on became obsolete. And then I was trying to get into television, and it's such a slow turnover of cameramen and editors, the job that I wanted, that I couldn't get in anywhere. And at that same time, I kind of got interested in DJing, and I got a DJ gig at a club, and then I went on to pursue more, and plus from doing hip hop and music and everything, that kind of just seemed like a perfect fit to get more into the audio production, not the video production. And so I went that route, and I was doing a DJ gig at Checkpoint Lounge, an old Flint club, and then I did this place called The Bank that was in Flint. And a guy that booked me for The Bank on Wild Night Wednesdays or whatever, he took me to a meeting at Kettering University's 94.3 FM about doing commercials for his night or whatever. And they were like taking suggestions or auditions for shows. So I brought them my idea about doing an only Michigan show, and they loved it. And the whole story behind that was that Flint and outside radio stations, all the mainstream stations, nobody would play local artists.
Right.
They wouldn't even play MC Breed or Dayton Family. These guys that had pretty big hits in the underground or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
It's like they still wouldn't even play these guys. It blew my mind. The best we could do was like, we used to try to get a 93.7, Club 93.7 for years, and the best they would do is they would give us shots out all the time. Shut out. They'd be like, you know, Artful Dodgers in the house, stuff like that. But they would never play our music, and that got so frustrating to me that I was like, I'm gonna take matters into my own hands, make this radio show where I play only Michigan shit, you know, like F you mainstream.
Right.
I'm not gonna play none of that bullshit. I'm only gonna play Michigan stuff, and there's no one controlling what I play. I can play whatever I want. And I'd always tease people and tell them that I could make a song in the morning, mix it in the afternoon, and debut it on the song and on the radio station the same day if I really wanted to.
Right, yeah. Did you do that a couple times?
Oh yeah, definitely. And so I've done the Gozza Strip radio show now for 20 years. I started in October of 2005.
Wow.
And it's been great, man. Through that, I got to meet MC Breed's people. I started doing, after he passed, I started doing an MC Breed tribute show for him every year, playing 2 full hours of his music.
Nice.
The mainstream won't even play shit, but I'm playing like 2 hours of his stuff. So his camp eventually kind of hit me up, and I ended up being in a documentary about him and stuff. And, you know, much love to MC Breed. That guy was a big inspiration to me, man. So I'm happy to be, you know, kind of affiliated with him anyway, kind of after the fact. But it's, you know, it's still beautiful, man, because that guy was a super talented cat, and he's the king of Flint hip-hop, in my opinion. So, you know, I played plenty of him on my show, and cats like Dayton Family, Project Born, Top Authority, Rough and Rugged, and I show a love to the other Michigan artists like Esham, and of course Eminem, and D12, and Obi Trice, and a lot of underground cats. And it's been beautiful, man. I've built it over the years, and it's kind of just been all about building community, giving back. It's kind of my way to give back, you know. I've gave a lot of cats their first radio play, like younger kids, and it's like it meant a lot to them, and that's beautiful, man. I love that I help people do that. And that also leads me to my man Farlan Randall. I used to do a program with him called Studio on the Go, and we'd go right into classrooms and make songs with kids. And to sweeten the deal, to kind of motivate these kids to work on these songs with us, I would be like, you do a good job, make a good song, I'll play it on my radio show,
Yeah.
and the world will hear it, and the kids will be like, what?
Yeah.
And so I did that for a long time. I would have the Bangtown Studio on the Go play of the day, and I debut kid songs, man. And so that whole thing was really cool too. I love that program.
That would be dope as hell.
Yeah. Just watching a young kid that's like shy and don't want to participate, build his confidence up, and finally get on the microphone and like get into it. Oh man, that's just beautiful. I love that, man. That's like, it's worth it all right there. So much love to Farlan, and he's still doing the Studio on the Go program. I'm hoping to get back down with it. Kind of busy right now, but I love doing it, man. I started in 2009 doing it with him, and I did it for like over 10 years, and all over Michigan, man. That's what he does for a living now. And
Yeah.
he travels all over the state making music with kids everywhere, man. It's really
That's
dope. Yeah.
That's cool. So what's in store for you right now?
Right now, I'm definitely all about pushing that Flinstrumentals album. I want to do more stuff as a producer. I definitely love dropping vocals and rapping still. But I have like a passion for making beats, man. I like doing beats for other artists, and I want to do more instrumental. I'm having such great feedback and response on this Flinstrumentals album. I'm already thinking about my next one, you know, about what I'm going to do. And I'm really big on these kids' records I have, like Spider-Man records and, you know, 10,000 Leagues Under the Sea. I like flipping these old sounds and everything, man. So I'm going to do something along those lines is my plan. And I really would like to get into doing like some kind of film work or something.
Yeah.
Like I was telling you with the Earth Mover video we did for that song is very cinematic. I want it to be like a spy movie, so I'm kind of like portraying a spy in it. We got martial arts, mysterious bad guy, got an exotic belly dancer. You know, it's like we got it all. Kind of like this James Bond vibe in there. Like you guys will see it. And it really made me want to make more stuff like that, you know, like added cool visual. And it's like when I was young, I would make movies. And I told you earlier today before the interview, I made a college film when I was going to UVM Flint called Breaking the Chain. And
Yeah.
It's like 30 minutes long.
Indie porn, right?
It's kind of like a hip hop drug dealing drama.
Yeah.
And it's dope, man. I think you guys would like it, and I was real proud of it. And I'd like to do more of that for sure, man. I wouldn't mind doing some more podcasting and stuff too, man. I dig what you guys do, and there's a couple podcasts online. I was really kind of against it at first because it seemed so many people were doing it. But there's a couple shows out there I like that I watch. I don't know if you guys ever seen the Dana Carvey, David Spade podcast.
No, but
I've seen clips.
Yeah,
of
those
it.
guys are good. I like Michael Biehn does one now, the actor from Terminator and Aliens.
Oh.
He does one with his son and his partner, and it's real entertaining. And I wouldn't mind doing something like that too. It'd be cool.
That's awesome. It's funny as you're talking about how doing the local music and the your radio show and stuff like that. That's a lot of what I wanted with this podcast.
Nice.
Was the spotlight on the
Jeff.
local artist. Yeah, on Jeff. Not enough Jeff.
That's awesome, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
A small spotlight on the artist, a bigger spotlight on Jeff, holding the spotlight on the artist.
Anything to make me look good.
That's
And
awesome.
another
man.
spotlight
That's very
shining
commendable.
a bat symbol into the sky.
Well, that's just a given. So. That's really great. I once we get you to a certain point. I want to submit your name into sainthood. I would. I think that'd be nice.
Thanks, man.
Saint Gozza. I like that.
Saint Gozza.
Now, are there anything rolling right now as far as like what goals you have set? I know you were talking about on some things that you want to roll with and you have plans for, but are there any like goals that you definitely are wanting to move forward with?
Yes, more about the filmmaking. I actually feel like I have a couple movie screenplays in my head, and I want to at least write one of them out this year. It's my goal. I set it on, I've set it to myself to put it in stone that I'm gonna do it. My Robert Rodriguez, you guys familiar with him? Filmmaker, did Desperado, Sin City.
Yes.
Awesome guy, big inspiration to me. But he said that don't tell people that you're an aspiring filmmaker. That's bullshit. If you're a filmmaker, say you're a filmmaker, become a filmmaker.
Right.
And so I'm saying that now, and I'm gonna do it, man. I have a couple really cool like horror film ideas in my mind, and I'm gonna get them out. And I don't know if I plan on writing the screenplay and trying to shop it around, or maybe hook up with some local cats and try to shoot something one way or another. So that's definitely a big goal of mine. A goal will be to push that Flint instrumental real hard. I want to get that vinyl out bag. That's a big goal of mine. Black vinyl album I wanted to put out vinyl. It never happened. I still might put it out someday, but Flint instrumentals to me is something that kind of it's something that would be
Passion
perfect.
project.
It's a passion project, and it would be perfect in that format.
Yeah.
There's a record player on the cover of it.
Right,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
It's like it's kind of
that format.
it's
Right.
tailor made, for stuff like that. So I feel like that definitely needs to be done. And then I definitely want to push the record show a lot
Yeah.
too. We got that coming up on June 6th.
June 6th.
You guys will be in the house. That'll
Yep.
be over at Factory 2 in Flint. We're building up great things with them. We got a real great relationship with them doing these shows, and I want that to get bigger and better.
I want you to explain a little bit on that. Why did you start the record show?
Basically, that kind of started just from my love of vinyl and my love of collecting. The first thing that kind of started the whole thing, the spark that ignited it, would be over at the Flint Local 432. They had a record swap. They called it record swap. So a bunch of guys just went down there with their vinyl collection, set up tables, trading records, selling records and stuff. I did that a couple times. I really enjoyed it. It was a blast, talking records with people, selling records, digging for vinyl. And so we just kept doing it there. And then they kind of came to me to be in charge of it and throw it. So I went ahead and threw one there, brought out some cats. It was real successful. And then I got the opportunity to move it over to Factory 2, which has better parking.
Yeah.
It's a little bigger, kind of more suited for an event like that. And so we moved it over there, man, and it just really kind of took off and did good. And I've been getting a lot of praise from the local community for bringing an event like that. A lot of people wish there'd be more stuff like that in the area. And so I'm happy to do it, man. I'm happy to bring vinyl collectors to Flint. And there's a lot of dope DJs and collectors in this area that have great collections to bring out and show people. And it's, cool giving, opportunity for younger people to build their collection up. And I really love it, man. It's a great scene. I think records are important, part of music that shouldn't be thrown away. We already lost like 8 tracks, and they say cassettes are coming back, but I mean, cassettes are kind of fragile. I don't know if we should even bother with that. Records are beautiful, and you take good enough care of them, they last forever. And plus, the artwork is huge to me. you could frame that and hang it on a wall. It's like that's missing with digital
That's
music.
I like because you said
Covers,
that,
man.
because I'm a big art lover. So
Yeah.
that there was a guy at the last record show you did. He was taking discarded record album covers.
Oh yeah,
And
David,
then,
yeah.
and then turn them into sketchbooks.
Yeah.
I thought that was brilliant.
That
I
is
loved
brilliant.
it because there's been so many times where the record has been damaged or
Yeah.
is broken or there's no more record.
Yeah.
But this you've got the sleeve and it's just the artwork on it is just so awesome
Yeah.
and you don't want to get rid of it. What are you gonna do with just a random sleeve?
Right.
And then he changes it and repurposes it into a sketchbook. I think that's amazing.
Man, me too.
One
man.
of one.
One of one, exactly. No one else has got it.
Yeah, I really dig that too, man. And the artwork's huge to me. I love flipping through records and choosing stuff by the covers, and with the digital era, it's just not the same.
No.
Little thumbnail, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's like the cover art is so important. A lot of artists don't realize that too, how important the visual that comes with your music is. I think it's super important.
Yeah.
I think about my covers a lot. And if you go through my library, I think every one of them, tells a story and is very creative. I can't stand these artists that are just like standing in front of a car. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like,
Well, because essentially it's a book.
yeah, really?
Because they say yeah.
Sorry, I had to get my album cover real quick.
Right.
But yeah, no, like because don't judge a book by a cover, but well, actually, that's what you
Yeah.
judge the book by
Yeah.
because that's what you base what you're gonna read.
Yeah, if somebody has a ridiculously stupid cover,
Well,
yeah. If somebody has a stupid cover, though, I won't check it out.
Right.
Like, I'll skip it. Or if they have like a lame name or something, you know what I mean? Like, cats got silly names nowadays.
Yeah. That's like I know you don't like Rush, but
I don't.
Rush has
Notoriously.
Rush has this really awesome album cover. Their album is called Moving Pictures.
Okay.
And it's just a bunch of dudes taking paintings from a museum out, like
okay.
robbing the museum and stuff like
Clever.
that. Yeah, and I thought I like that play on words and stuff like
Yeah.
that. That's like catches your eye kind of.
Yeah, I dig that.
So that's I really love everything about you guys. I'm not gonna
Thanks,
lie, in a non-sexual way. I really I just want to put that in there.
Don't lie. It's a little sexual. Only the music. Only the music and the person, but only the music.
But no, I really love.
You just seem like inching closer.
I love your story. I love what you stand for, and I love what you produce. And I am going to do whatever I can to get you. It's a Saint Gozza, patron saint of musicians.
Nice.
I like that. Well, I think there's already. I'm not Catholic, so I don't know, but maybe up and coming musicians. There we go.
There you go, nice.
But I am super excited to listen to your music.
Awesome.
So we're gonna go ahead and break and then pick it back up.
Awesome.
Right on.
Sounds good.
Some of these so-called local media companies claim to sell you a website and a digital platform. But did you know that when your agreement ends, they own your website and your digital platform? Not with In-House Media. We build and design websites, logos, and radio and TV ads, trademarks, and more. And when we're done, you own all of it. We also provide web hosting, tech support, SEO services, and so much more. When we're done, the site is yours. The trademarks are yours. Don't get your head caught in a corporate cluster. Work with somebody locally right here in Genesee County. Online at InHouseMediaOfficial.com. In-House Media. We're in the business of building business.
Back from our break, back here again with Mr. Gozza himself.
Yeah.
We had a brief intermission and we got to see Mr. Tyler Zickafoos, and he wanted to let you know that this is now officially sponsored by Foos Hot Sauce. Foos Hot Sauce.
It's a mouthful.
It is a mouthful, and it tastes good in your mouth. Heard that before.
Hot sauce with a kick.
Nah. All right. Now we're going to jump back in with your music, Gozza. What do you got on dock for our first one?
First track is from the album Easy Streets, the first single off there, produced by DJ Fish, called Earth Mover. Got DJ Virus on there laying the cuts. It's a dope lyricist track, hard-hitting beat. The music video is kind of a James Bond. Geo 076 is my character, secret agent. So just imagine like kind of a James Bond style behind the scenes. And check it out, Earth Mover.
Right on.
Earth Mover. Earth Mover.
I'm bringing about better, above beyond measure. Whether it's a lizard lurking, a certain feature maneuver. Freddy Krueger with the Ruger, Rucker, how was last hour? We check the details, chase power, smash cowards. Runaway train wreck, catch your rain check flex. Vex with much stress, break your tape deck next. Lex Luger, I knew Ludas, I'm fly, it's paratrooper, paranoid, para-ace, Palmer Gavin, he's a shooter, he's a killer, a jeweler, more Devontae, keep it cooler, keep it real, he's the ruler, Slick Rick, Abdullah, the butcher, not a pusher, but I'll push you to the future, call me Dr. Emmett Brown, get in, and then I'll move you, Earth Mover, that title really suits ya, certain time round, more fabulous than ruler, Earth Mover, the R&B crooner, make your girls spread sooner than a small town rumor, Earth Mover, that title really suits ya, super time round, more fabulous than ruler, Earth Mover, the R&B crooner, make your girls spread sooner than a small town rumor, broken smoking Earth Mover, deep sea diver deeper, the Black Lagoon creature in my cinematic feature, Ezekiel Eureka. Take me to your leader. Original Hellraiser, your weak sequel Hellseeker. Bell seeker the ring, Kong King, watch him swing. Gorilla ran I steam, dreamscape, escape dreams. Mean as Joe Green in cleats, I grid iron. The Scorpion Dragon, I beats, I spit fire. Ricky Steamboat, deliver a mean quote. From Bossa to the weapons, destroy your team's bro. Clever trace, leather face, bringing the massacre. Masters of the universe, smashing through rappers. Michael Myers, Wyatt, slash through cadavers. Jason Voorhees, put a hatchet to you actors. I'm back, sir, like I never left. Geo double zigzag, Earth Movers is the best. Earth Mover, the title really suits ya. Super time round, more fabulous than ruler. Earth Mover, the R&B crooner, make your girls spread sooner than a small town rumor. Earth Mover, the title really suits ya. Super time round, more fabulous than ruler. Earth Mover, the R&B crooner, make your girls spread sooner than a small town rumor. Earth Mover, that title really suits ya. Super time round, more fabulous than ruler. Earth Mover, the R&B crooner, make your girls spread sooner than a small town rumor. Earth Mover, that title really suits ya. Super time round, more fabulous than ruler. Earth Mover, the R&B crooner, make your girls spread sooner than a small town rumor.
Wow,
There you have it, Earth Mover.
I like that.
Thanks, man.
Now Earth Mover, is that a sexual thing?
No, it's basically about moving the earth with music.
Right.
Yeah.
There were so many references in that.
Oh, yeah.
It was one after another. I love that. I love the movie theme in that too.
It's like when you kind of got to listen to a couple times just to like
To get them all.
you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
Now the person that says Earth Mover, is that sampled from because it sounds like it's from like a 70s horror movie, like
Go even further back.
it isn't really.
This is from a lost, controversial banned episode of The Twilight Zone.
Really?
It's from like the original black and white series. I think it was in the 60s, right?
Yeah.
And it was the episode with George Takei was on there as like a gardener for this kind of bigot white guy. And the sample came from, there's a part where he says, you're always just manicuring the earth. Have you ever moved the earth? You know, he talks about, he drives an earth mover at work and moves the earth and whatever. And so that's where I got the sample from. And I thought it'd be a cool, obscure choice because it's from the band episode that no one even remembers.
Right.
And the reason why is because he was kind of a bigot. And it was during the time, when like a lot of Asian people were facing, bullshit. And so it kind of like, backed that up. He was saying kind of some derogatory stuff in the episode or whatever. So that's why I got banned at the time.
Okay.
But I ended up getting it on DVD. It was like the lost episode or whatever. And I heard Earth Mover. And Earth Mover actually has been my record label name for many years. I just like the way that sounded. And the logo is turntable. It's the globe. So like moving the earth.
That's
with
cool.
Music, yeah.
That's just the complexity of it. It's really nice. I
Yeah,
love
so that's
that.
kind of the theme, the Earth Mover theme, and I definitely wanted to go overboard with the references. I'm glad you caught some of the wrestling
layers
references.
and layers, bro.
Got like Lex Luger, Ricky
Yeah.
Steamboat, the Fabulous Moolah.
Yeah, he knows the wrestlers. I knew Lex Luger, but the other one.
I thought you watched Glow. So you.
Yeah, I know I did.
I actually liked
should
Glow. That
That was
was good.
You should have known Moolah.
Yeah, I love the what was his name? Carlito was in that.
Yeah,
I like that.
he's gonna be at Retro Slam.
Nice. I thought that's who that was.
Man, super deep callback. We're all making references here.
Right.
Dang. Give me a beat.
Let's do this.
You suck.
Rap
Jack.
battle now. You suck. Just say
No,
you
no,
suck.
we're both going at you.
Oh. No, that was really good. I love the complexity of it. I love the nice flow of it, and it was just steady. It was just hard hitting one after another. Just like, was it Floyd Mayweather? They got
Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
somebody was boxing you with words.
Yeah,
Back
He
in
was
the-
boxing you with words.
Yeah,
Yeah.
boxing you with words.
That's
I
my
like that.
style, for sure.
I like that.
I like it. The beat on it, the beat and the scratches. It reminded me a lot of. It reminded me of Ghostface Killer.
Okay, nice.
So
nice.
that's something that I immediately thought of.
Cool.
Just because of a couple wrestling games, a couple skateboarding games.
Okay.
It is what it is.
Okay.
I really enjoyed it though.
DJ Fish on the beat and DJ Virus cutting it up on that one. That's my fellas right there.
I like that. Viral fish. I like
Yeah.
that. No, that's so. Is there like when you said they both collabed into the beats, or did they have special parts?
Yes, Fish basically came up with that beat originally. Sent me like a loop of it, and I chose it. He like sent me a bunch of beats when we started working on the project. That was one of the ones I chose, and basically, so he sent me the beat with nothing on it. I came up with all the lyrics, all the vocals, and then after that was done, I brought Virus in to lay in the Earth Mover cut on the turntables, just scratching it in, and he killed it. Yep, it was just great. Everybody brought their A game on it, I felt, and the same with the video. My man Swigs directed it. Virus is in the video. Fish is in the video. Josie Wales, a bass owl. A bunch of my friends are making appearances in it, and I can't wait for you guys to see it, man. Real proud of that video.
I want to be in the next one. And this is gonna be a
definitely.
fat guy that dies. That's me. Dumb fat guy. I got you. Heard that before. All right. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your next one?
Okay, the next track is the title track from the album Easy Street. And basically the concept behind this song is I tell the story of the teen club, Easy Street, from Flushing, Michigan, where I got my start doing my very first show and first MC competition. It wasn't really a battle in them days. It was more like kind of a contest and type of thing. But we did a lot of shows there. First one we did in 1993, it was me and Fish and CFT, this other cat we were down with, and Dynamite D. We called ourselves the DLP. And we were the musical act for this comedian called Prescott Perry. He kind of did like a Howard Stern type of raunchy comedy show, and we were the musical act. And that was my very first non-talent show where we actually got paid, and you know what I'm saying, it was like strangers, and it went great, man. And the owner of the club didn't want to keep Prescott Perry. He didn't really care for him, but he was like, I like you guys.
Right.
And immediately booked us for like 2 more shows that summer, and that was kind of like the start of shows. So basically, Easy Street tells the story of the Easy Street Teen Club. Here's Easy Street once again, DJ Fish on production and DJ Virus on the cuts.
Yo, Fish, drop something I can reminisce to. I want to take him way back to this one. Take him back to 93, back to Easy Street. Take it back, take it easy, easy. Take it back to the Easy Street. Take it back, take it easy, easy. Take it back to the Easy Street. Take it back, take it easy, easy. Take it back to the Easy Street. Take it back, take it easy, easy. Take it back to the Easy Street. The first rock beats down on Easy Street. It was Fish and me, Dynamite and CFT. Prescott Perry never got asked back, but the DLP crew was right on track. Book shows back to back, rapping for cash. Provide us the stage ad with snapping with raps. That first show was packed, cause me and Fish laid tracks. Flies and stacks, the whole county got tagged. Crowds in the hundreds, sound system bumping. Trying to follow in the footsteps of the feature in your front. Word to DJ Charlie, rock the end of school party. Top bill in the flyer, me guys a dumpling posse. Next up we brought White Lady from Two-Tone. Nice on 2 turntables, twice as dope in the zone. The what do you know? Fish introduced my man Too Young, and he joined the crew. Yeah, take it back, take it easy, easy. Take it back to the easy street. Take it back, take it easy, easy. Take it back to the easy street. Take it back, take it easy, easy. Take it back to the easy street. Take it back, take it easy, easy. Take it back to the easy street. Golden voice on the mic, it was a brand new era. Crew became a duo that rocked like Pantera. One verse, one time, my brother Jackpot shine. Create a super group with our skills combined. Triple chaos in the house in the rap contest. Me and Rex took the crown, but that trio was deaf. Little did we know our paths would cross again. Chaotic prophets and the juggernaut begins. Back to Easy Street where we always impress. Living too hard to die. Shows with BOS. Hip hop love in a little teen club. Many clouds in the lot. Kids sparking green buds. Fly girls shake it up. Drop with Magic Mike, DOP and D Madness. And down for life. So many good times on the Easy Street stage. Setting mics ablaze while coming of age. Yeah. Take it back, take it easy, easy. Take it back to the easy street. Take it back, take it easy, easy. Take it back to the easy street. Take it back, take it easy, easy. Take it back to the easy street. Take it back, take it easy, easy. Take it back to the easy street.
Nice.
There you have it, Easy Street. A trip back to 1993.
That's funny. You know what? So it's so funny about that. I don't know if funny is not the right word. It's just there's so many layers into that. So the musical part of it, it was something very like just like a familiar feel to it. All I can think of is like a 1970s song. Something just like a nostalgia kind of to it.
Nice.
Just the musical part.
Yeah.
But what I love about it is your voice is is completely different from the first song that you played. Now your vocals in that remind me. So because at first I'm like, okay, so who's this other guy that is this someone that he's collabing with? But then I'm like, no, that's him. But you sounded like Ice-T.
Okay, nice.
Like the vocals.
Okay.
Like his talking vocals. Like it was.
I'll take that as a compliment. I like Ice-T.
So and that's what it reminded me of, and I'm like, all right, and I just the fact that it tells a story is really cool. Just like taking it back.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, in the first verse, I kind of walked through the first 3 shows we did. The first one was with the comedy show. The second was the Summer Jam. The third one, we brought White Lightning, who's a famous DJ from the area, a group called Two Tone. So we had like a DJ up there with the turntables, and then met my friend Too Young, who became Jackpot, who I became Artful Dodgers with. I met him at Easy Street, and it's like the whole history kind of started there. It was a beautiful experience, man. I can't say enough good things about Easy Street. Like doing that first show there, I mean, I even did a slow song, like a rap slow song, and I remember the crowd like grouping up and like slow dancing, and like it was wild, man. We had like costume changes, and there'd be like cats in the parking lot blazing down, drinking, pool tables. It was a party, man. It's a really cool. I remember one night, Easy Street, the power went off. Everybody stayed and partied anyway. It was a cool era, man. I'm glad to come up during the Easy Street era. And the funny thing about it, like I say in the song, it was kind of like a failed pool hall. And me and DJ Fish promoted so much. I mean, we were doing illegal shit. We were going into other high schools and like putting flyers on lockers and stuff. You couldn't do that nowadays.
Right,
you know what I mean? But we did it. We went to like New Ultra, Flushing, Davison, Clio. We went everywhere and just did so much promoting. We packed that first show with like 250 people, and that like cemented our kind of reign at Easy Street.
That's so cool. When you were talking about it, I just wish we had the production budget to just like do one of those dream sequence thing?
No,
Where you go
yeah.
back and just like how it
Yeah.
went through?
I mean, maybe by the time you edit this, we'll have that budget. Put it in right here.
Yeah.
Right, it's just in a freeze frame. It's like, we did not get the budget.
But yeah, no, that I really like that. Just the nostalgia feel to it.
Yeah,
I
that's
really
the vibe we were going for.
Yeah, really.
No, I enjoyed it. I didn't hear what Jeff was talking about vocally until he brought it up. To me, it reminded me of some like older school Juggalo shit,
Okay.
and like I fuck with it. It gave me like
Whoop,
it had like a yeah. I'm down with the clown, you know. Whoop whoop. But it reminded me honestly. The vocals kind of reminded me a little bit of a mix of like Violent J and Jamie Madrox
Okay.
on a more like when they're on their more serious tone or like storytelling, not just trying to say some shit to shock you.
Right.
So I really dug that.
Okay.
I can actually feel that because I now that you say that, I used to have this one babysitter who she'd only play like ICP and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I remember hearing one of those songs that was like that. That it was very familiar to that. So yeah, another trip down memory lane for me.
Yeah. He still thinks about that babysitter all the time. And all those memories still make me horny.
Yeah.
I mean, blissful. They make me blissful.
Blissful in my pants. I mean, but no.
That's definitely what we're going through for the reminiscing vibe, though.
Yeah.
What's funny about that song too is actually the remix that made the album. There was an original version that I kind of I wrote that chorus line to, the "Take It Back, Going Easy, Easy." That was like kind of mirrored this piano groove he had in the original version, but then he did a remix of it just because he wanted to. He sent me that remix and I loved it so much. I'm like, out with the original.
Yeah.
That's the song now, and I love it, man. I feel the same way about that beat, man. It kind of stirred something into me, like reminiscing with the piano groove and that real deep bass line, kind of reminiscent of the 90s kind of boom bap style. And then my man DJ Virus cutting up that Easy, which is right off the
that was
NWA
hard,
Easy
bro.
E shit, you know. It's like, the album's called Easy Street. I'm going to sample Easy.
Yeah.
And he killed it, man. You know, that's great.
I like that. It was just like a. It was like a dream sequence.
Yeah, and
like
the whole
the
concept of
cinematic.
the story rap is kind of gone in rap now, I feel.
Yeah.
Where a lot of cats don't tell a story. It's kind of just like, they're just
Tell
talking
you
about
what
how tough
they
they
got.
are, or
Yeah.
how many drugs they sell, or whatever, you know, or a girl broke their heart.
Island boys. Yeah, no. Right on, man. You got all bangers so far. What we got up next?
Next, I'm going to play a couple of the instrumental tracks from the Flinstrumentals album.
Okay.
Starting off, this is a track called the Aloha Lounge, which is a club that used to be on Dora Highway. I actually used to do a lot of shows there, hang out there back in the day in the early 2000s. And like I said, the concept of Flinstrumentals was I name each song after a venue I played or a studio I went to or just a landmark that's important to me. So this one is Aloha Lounge. Check it out.
Talent is a common thing. People waste it every day. They abuse it. They take it for granted. Success comes not from what God has given you, but what you do with it.
Dream a reality. Dream a reality. dedication, he made his dream a reality. Dream a reality. Dream a reality.
It's really up to you.
Wow.
There you have the Aloha Lounge.
Now the Aloha Lounge the building's still there.
The building's still there, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's been closed down for a couple years.
Yeah, because I've seen that.
Yeah, it's right there next to Pete Flanders' Musical Memories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, it's so crazy. Like, for every song, it's almost like that. Every song that you've played so far, it's like triggered something in my head.
Nice.
I don't know if that says something about me. Maybe I'm going through some mental issues. I don't know.
That's good.
Maybe I should get a therapist. But no, so because it's funny that you named the song Aloha Lounge, because it reminded me of back when I was in late teens into my 20s, and I started to drink and stuff like that. Going up to Peppermint Lounge.
Oh, okay.
My buddy at the time was the DJ there and stuff like that, and I'd go up there almost like every night he was working. I was up there, and it was just that feel that, you know. And then like, but at the same time, like, I remember the troubles that I was going through at that time, like how hard I thought it was and stuff like that, and what easy to me now, but like at the time it was severe. But like it's crazy how that song transported me to that. Nice. I really fuck with that a lot. Now the vocals in that, what was that from?
I got a couple movie samples in there, and the sample of the guy talking about he endured and made his dream a reality. Mm-hmm. That's actually from a Rocky kids record that I got. It's Rocky versus Clubba Lang. It's like the record they put out for Rocky 3 or whatever, with him versus Mr. T, and that's part of that. And then the other part of the vocal sample with the woman kind of with encouraging vocals is from a movie called Zebrahead with Michael Rappaport. It's early 90s, kind of a hip-hop movie about interracial love and stuff. But that was one of the teachers in the movie giving advice to the kids. And I always liked that sample, so I threw that in there. And I got some obscure kind of like Motown-ish type singing samples in there that I kind of weave in and out. And, you know, that beat turned out really good, and I've got a lot of good feedback on that one.
I was a fan of how you cut up the Rocky sample, because you know, obviously, like, there's like the little mini monologue, and it says, you know, he made his dream a reality.
Yeah.
But then after, when you cut it and you just repeat dream a reality, it kind of takes on a different meaning, where it's like literally dream your reality.
Yeah, totally.
And I thought that was neat.
Yeah, that was on purpose. Yep, I did that, man.
That's why we pay him the big bucks.
That's why I'm getting paid.
And that gives you
delicious hot sauce.
Right. And that gives you a little example of what I do with the kids' records. That you know, I love putting them the little crazy sounds and vocal snippets and stuff that you never know where they came from. And
yeah, I really like that.
It's like a treasure trove of like video game Easter eggs, like in a song.
Yeah,
it's like see what you can pick up on.
Yeah. No, it's so cool about your songs. It's just different things that you can, like you said, you can pick out.
Yeah.
And the fact that I've been able to like vibe with all of them, and just like on a personal level is what I really fuck with. Like I like that a lot.
Thanks, man. Appreciate that.
So I'm really excited with the next one. What we got?
Okay, we've got another instrumental track from the Flint Instrumentals album. This one's called Flint Local 432. I did it as a dedication to the concert venue that I came up, loving and rocking at. The beat, I tried to incorporate a bunch of different styles in it, kind of like similar to what you might see at the local. Mm-hmm. So I got like hip hop, funk, jazz, rock, industrial, like a little mishmash of everything.
All in one song.
All in this one song.
Wow.
And I even got my friend Troy, who I used to rock with in Rob Banks' organization, laying the funky bass line on it. So it's got a little bit of everything on it.
Right on.
Check out Flint Local.
His idea of fun is to do lots of work. That is why he spends so much time here, making all his
beautiful music.
That was nice. I like that.
Thanks, man.
Man, I know. He's one after another, man. He did it again. Like you took me on another trip.
He's gonna sample that now. Like, damn it, Gozza, you did it again.
No, because now it legitimately transported me to another part of my past.
Oh.
Like at a crowded club, jammins back in the day.
Yeah, I've hung out with jammins.
Yeah, just when it was crowded, a bunch of people, and the music's got, because there was a different collaboration of people in there, so the music was different depending on what the DJ would play and stuff. It's just because I was trying to pinpoint just like in like the inspiration of.
Watch it, bro.
I know. I'm sorry. The different inspirations of the song and how and I was pinpointing them like. The different genres, but then like them coming together, I was just like that is crazy. Just having them all collab was really funky. Because my speaker's shit, so I couldn't really hear what the girl was saying in there. What was she saying?
Come take my hand, I'm going home.
Oh, I never got to hear that.
Yeah. Basically, I got that. It was in the background of some low budget movie. And it was just people it wasn't like you got on the soundtrack. It was people singing in the movie in the background. And I don't know, I heard something.
Right.
So I ended up sampling it and I threw it in there and it just really worked, man. And that kind of like gave it kind of a folksy, kind of alternative rock vibe, that reminded me of Local 432. You used to go to see a lot of like alternative rock bands there. And I really was trying to weave all in, and you could hear the crowd in there too. So I really was going for that like live event type of vibe.
It was really dope. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I like music that can I like music that can transport you to exactly what the artist was intending.
Yeah.
Like even if it's slightly varied, because like obviously you weren't thinking of being Jeff at Jammin's,
Right.
but. Like
they might have.
Trust me. If you'd have seen me there,
I was on top of my game.
Post Peppermint Lounge. I got my shit
together. Yeah. We're trying, but
I really liked it. I liked the contrast between that and Aloha Lounge, because in Aloha Lounge, I felt like I could figure out where, like, if you had decided like I actually want to throw vocals on this.
Right.
I feel like I could pinpoint some spots that you would slip it in and that it would work. And this song was like the total opposite, where it was like, man, to jump in on this.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying people couldn't do it, because my first thought was that it reminded me of something Detroit Danny Brown. More recently, I don't know how familiar you are with his catalog, but
he's kind of got an industrial kind of like
100%. Like right now, I swear he's making music just so people say, "How the fuck is he rapping over this beat right now?"
Yeah.
So
I can see that.
Honestly, one of my favorite artists. I'm not going to sit here and say that I know songs and bars and everything by him, but I really respect the art and the way like he changes it up. And this song reminded me exactly of that.
Nice. So
I really dig it.
it was very earth moving.
That's
a call.
Yeah.
No, it's really crazy how, like, it really does. It moves. The music is moving you. Like when you're.
When we started, I was over here.
Yeah, I'm here.
I've had somebody tell me actually before that our songs sound like a live hip hop show.
Yeah, that's
that we have that energy in the music, and that's like I've always gone for that.
And I loved it because it legitimately felt like I was there again.
It's awesome.
Like I loved it, but this time I was accepted. I want to put that clear.
Yeah.
They let me in this time.
They were loving you at Jammin's that time.
Yeah.
It's great. You listen to the recording and you're like, man, it sounds just like a show. And then you go see him live and it's like, man, it sounds just like the recording. It's incredible.
Yeah.
It's an industry secret.
Yeah.
Nothing gets past this guy.
No, what
was that?
What was at the end? What was that from?
Oh, actually, I got that from my Fantastic Four record. Real old school one, and he's like talking about Reed Richards wants to always stay in the lab to work, or he gets the joy from working constantly. Then I slipped in that other, it's from a Kid record. I don't even remember where that was from, but she's just like, beautiful music.
It caught me off guard. I was like,
Yeah, there's a lot of that on the Flintstones album. If you dig like instrumental hip hop with a lot of funky, crazy samples, that's like it's your bread and butter right there.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. This has been one of the best episodes I did.
Thanks,
it may be the best episode. Yeah, but no, this is the music. I mean, I know you're a great musician, but just the new music that you're putting out now is just I want it's just the next tier.
Thanks,
man. It really is. Like I liked I liked Black Vinyl, but this is I feel like this is a step up.
Dope, man. Thank you.
Like. And I hope that's what you're going for.
Man.
So,
I feel like I'm always improving and getting better. So I'll never give music up. It's who I am, and it's like I can't stop doing it. And I do feel like it just keeps getting better and better. So it's like, why stop?
Right. No retirement party here.
No. And I feel like that's one thing I don't like about hip hop is some people have the ageism thing that like you got to be young to rap, and it's young people's music. Bullshit.
Right.
You know, I mean, they said the same thing about rock music when it first came out. And now the Rolling Stones are like 90 years old, still rocking. Hip hop should be the same way, man. I saw, LL Cool J, Ice Cube a couple years ago. These are older OGs in the game, still killing it. LL Cool J was up there with no hype man. You know what I'm saying? Nobody behind him doing backup vocals. Just by himself, dude, not missing a word. I'm just like, that's the way to do it.
Where'd you get to see him?
I saw, it was the King of the Mics tour at Soaring Eagle. It was actually LL, Cube, De La Soul, and Public Enemy. It was an incredible show, man. Really
he
good.
didn't invite us. Maybe next time.
You'd probably say you didn't know me then.
Yeah.
It'd be true.
No, that's really great. I'm gonna cut that out.
No, he's not.
No,
You don't even got Adobe Pro.
Yeah, I definitely feel like, you got to keep improving, man. That's part of the game, for sure. Try different stuff.
And when you're like always collabing with people who are as good as, if not better than you, I mean, like John Hammond said he only likes to play music with people who are better than him.
Yes,
iron sharpens iron. You're going to get better by proxy.
I agree, man.
So like,
I only try to work with cats I respect, and I like their stuff, and I definitely I felt like in the past I might have wasted time on artists, spending a lot of time developing artists that didn't go anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Kind of like betting on the wrong horse type of deal, type of thing. And I'm not gonna do that anymore, man. I got my close knit circle of artists I like to work with. Everybody's talented. Everybody brings their A game. I'm feeling them all, and it's like I'm sticking with that. And anybody else I bring in is gonna be somebody I admire or want to work with. It's like I'm definitely not in the place where I want to help develop any new artists right now. It's like I got my circle, and I'm gonna ride it out. Get down with Earth Mover sound.
Yeah, no, I really fuck with where you're going. It's amazing. I'm still I can't wait to listen.
he's erect.
Yes, I can't stand up right now, but
Yeah, Instrumentals is like 11 more songs like that take you all over Flint. They all have different vibes. I worked really hard to make sure nothing sounded similar. You know what I mean?
You got what you get. Hopefully, what you plan on doing is putting in
Visual. Sorry, I was trying to.
No. I was.
What the? Why'd you stop talking?
I don't
Jesus. What the hell, dude? God.
Dramatic pause.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Dramatic pause.
I'll hit you.
No, like how in CDs that they put about the song and stuff, and then like about the song.
Yep.
It's like hopefully I don't know if you.
That's a good idea.
Because I think that would be amazing to have like for each song like just a snippet of
Right.
what I want to know about all the songs.
Yeah. Every Friday since I released the album too, I've been doing Instrumental Fridays with my social media where I'll post one of the songs and I kind of break it down and give a description, the influence, and kind of the vibe of it and everything. That's a good idea, man. When I press it up to put that in the artwork, and I actually had the thought of maybe making a map to put with the vinyl or something that'll show you
That'd be cool.
all the places you could go visit and see where they are. Like Churchill's is one of the songs, you could still go there. Local 432 is still there, but like the other places you could at least like see where the building was.
Yeah.
So I'm brainstorming with that idea.
It'd be funny if that was the track list on the back, like.
You're right.
What is the band?
Oh yeah,
yeah,
that would be
yeah.
cool. Like like when you're in California or not California.
Man, that's not bad.
Yeah, I think
Like
that'd be
one,
cool.
two,
Yeah,
three.
dude.
Yeah, because I'm still developing the artwork for the vinyl, so I might have to try and incorporate that.
Yeah. Are you gonna plan on releasing it on like streaming platforms? Like
Yeah,
YouTube?
I got it on streaming already, actually.
Oh,
Yep.
nice.
Yep, I released it in February of this year, and it's been doing great, man. And now I got it on my website, too. That's one thing I definitely forgot to plug. My website.
Oh, go ahead, plug it up.
bgozza.com. It's bgozza.com. It's got all my music. I got a free music section on there. You can download stuff for free. All my albums are on there to, like download, and the videos. Like, everything Gozza's on there. And plus my contact info and all that stuff, so.
Right on. Now, is there what would you say would be the best way for the listeners to support you?
Basically, probably through the site. If you want to purchase the album, like a hard copy, like a CD or whatever, go to bgozza.com, go to the store, and all my albums are on there for sale. I even got some like good deals if you buy more than one or whatever. So definitely bgozza.com is the best way to support me. If you prefer streaming, which is cool with me, I like getting the music out there for everybody. You could go to Spotify, YouTube, Amazon, iTunes, all my music's on all those. Just search Gozza, Easy Street, for instrumentals. You can track the stuff down. And I appreciate any streams. You want to stream it all day, and because it's tough for artists now with that streaming paying very little.
Yeah.
It's crazy that like a Spotify is making millions with endorsements and everything, but then they pay the artists like pennies.
Yeah.
It's a little frustrating, but it's a new system. Hopefully we'll work it out. But that's why I like having my own website so people can support me directly, and that's the most help for sure.
Right on. Now, once again, can you let us know when your record short?
Yep.
Vehicle City Record Show Day is.
Yes.
Sorry.
The Vehicle City Record Show Summer Edition is coming up on Saturday, June 6th at Factory 2 in Flint, Michigan, from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. All ages, free entry, free parking. I already have over 10 vendors booked, so there's going to be tons of vinyl for sale, all types of genres, probably be cassette tapes there, CDs, some cats bring movies, a whole bunch of media, good stuff. The Burton Beat will be in the house.
Beat will be there.
Looking forward to seeing you guys in the house once again. That was great when you went over and interviewed all the people at the last show.
Oh, we'll be doing that again.
Yeah, I love that, man. That was really cool, and I think everybody enjoyed that. And, so yeah, hopefully people come out and we can keep it going every year. I'd like to do one every summer and every winter is kind of my goal.
I think that's a good.
Yeah,
it's good to do.
So we'll keep it doing it. Big shouts out to Factory 2 for supplying us with the
Shout out.
And much love to everybody in Flint supporting the event.
Right on. Is there anything you wanted to say before we?
All reliable. I ask every artist and musician the same question, but I ask it to us as well because it's only fair. What is one song that you think somebody watching this should listen to? Could be yours, could be somebody else's. Just what's something you think that somebody needs to hear?
I'll say if you're a hip hop fan, somebody that's coming up that's never really heard hip hop, and it's like, I want to hear a good example of dope, classic, legit hip hop, I would say turn on Eric B. and Rakim, Microphone Fiend. One of my favorite songs since I was a little kid. I remember seeing the music video. Just an amazing track. To me, Rakim's the greatest rapper of all time. This guy came out in the late 80s and just blew my mind, blew everyone away. And then it's like nobody to this day has even really reached to me what he's doing, It's funny, but I tell people sometimes there's so many great rappers that have a lot of good songs, so you can almost judge by who's the best by how little whack songs they have. You know what I mean? Some cats are great, but they'll have some songs that are misses and they're stinkers. Rakim really don't have any. It's like all his albums to me are solid. Even his love songs are solid, and it's like that's a track that I think someone that I want to hear a good example of hip hop should listen to. Microphone Fiend, Eric B. and Rakim. It's a dope track, great lyrics, great beat, classic artist. Check it out.
Nice. Would you like to go next, Jay?
I have a song. I can't remember who sings it. And you're gonna make fun of me because you probably know.
Oh my god! Is it the John Cena theme again?
No,
because that's him. I told you, it's him. It's always him.
I told you.
He's rapping.
No, but
brush him out like Colgate.
It's a callback. Back when I was, I'd say 12, 13, I was part of this group online, back when the internet was still new. And
Fattiesforfriends.com.
Shut up!
I'm
I
sorry.
told you that in confidence. No,
But I have an account.
But I was part of a special group that listened to music and rated it and stuff like that. And one of the it was kind of my introductory into rap, like real rap. And I really liked the song, and I used to play it all the time. The name of the song is called "Imma Tell," and I can't for the life of me think of who.
I've heard that. I know the song, but I can't think of the artist either.
Because it samples, or it like in your song, how there's a little girl is like trying to knock on the door, and he's plowing her mom.
We've all been there.
And
We've all been there.
and like knocking on the, and like, I'ma tell, you know, and I used to fuck with that song so much when I was a kid, and I love it, and I can't think for the life. Can you look it up for me, please?
Yeah.
It's gonna give you some time. You probably already know your song.
Honestly, I'm debating because like really the two songs I have in my head aren't even songs. They're like freestyle snippets.
It's the Meow Mix commercial
Yeah,
jingle.
it is.
Oh, is it Tech 9?
Yes, Tech 9. Thank you.
Yeah.
Tech 9.
Oh, dude, Tech 9 goes hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've liked him a lot of time.
Yeah. Man, talk about somebody that's been in the music industry forever.
Yeah.
He's got one bar, and it's true. He says, I've been rhyming since Reagan was in politics.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
He's
man.
another guy I would say that kind of transcends golden era to now, where he's still popular now, but he still like has the, you know, dopes. He's not auto-tune singing and
Right.
shit.
Yeah.
He's spitting his ass off like the real MCs do.
Honestly,
for that.
doing everything right. I mean, like, Strange, like the brand, like Strange Music.
Yeah.
I love those fast rapper posse cuts they do, the Worldwide Choppers.
Yeah.
Oh, man. It's dope hearing like Twista and Yellow Wolf and Eminem and Busta Rhymes.
Yeah.
It's great hearing all them guys spitting together. It's dope.
So,
Yeah, find one better than that.
yeah.
What?
You couldn't even remember his name.
Listen, I knew the song. that was the question.
Honestly, I'm gonna cop out, bro, because I can't top
No,
that.
come on.
I can't top
No,
that.
give me
So
your
I'm just gonna
Meow
go
Mix.
with. I'm just gonna Meow Mix. No, I'm gonna bring it back with Detroit Danny Brown. He did a freestyle on Sway in the Morning. Nice. They wanted him to do the 5 Fingers of Death, which I don't know if you guys are familiar, where you freestyle. I mean, it can be something you wrote before, but like they're gonna give you 5 beats, and you go over 5 different beats.
That's cool.
And like in a true moment of humility, they go, "Oh, you want to run 5 fingers?" And he goes, "No, I want my shit to sound good." Like, so they play one beat, and he does his thing on it. It's like, it's got the classic hip hop inspiration, but he has his own flair and style that he throws on it. Like, it's like 2 minutes long maybe, but I've listened to it a ridiculous amount of times.
Nice.
So that's my recommendation.
Have you ever heard the song "Thank God" by Danny Brown? Thank God for a bridge card.
Yo,
Man,
oh yeah,
I love
dude.
that song, man. It's so funny.
Yeah, no, I fuck with Danny Brown. I wanted to see him. It was either last year or the year before. He played Majestic, I think,
Nice.
and I wanted to catch it, but I couldn't.
I saw him at the Cannabis Cup out in Clio a few years ago, and he was really good.
Yeah,
He put on a good show.
it'd be sick. But fuck Danny Brown. This episode was about Gozza.
Yes. Well, thank you very much, Gozza. I appreciate you for being on our show.
Definitely appreciate you guys having me out.
Yeah,
No,
man.
absolutely, man.
Thank you to In-House Media
New Path.
and New Paths. Yes,
Yeah.
thank you so much.
And Foos.
And Foos. Hot sauce. Get some in your mouth.
And the sauce.
And the sauce. And thank you so much for joining us on the Burton Beat, where people around the world hate us.
And you should too.